Alright, we made it. Hello everyone, welcome back to another Tomato Sauce stream. Oh, a little bit scuffed this morning, so we had a bit of a busy day so far. But we are planning to pretty much jump straight into reacting to the new OCG Banlist, which should be some fun, right? We're not expecting like huge changes. Basically, the way that the OCG Banlist works is they tend to go out with a scalpel. They never really do massive changes. They'll do like 1 or 2 hits. They also really don't like banning cards. Still to this day, we only have 1 banned card in all of the OCG and all of Rush pretty much. So with that in mind, we're not expecting anything like super duper crazy, but there are some problem cards. And when we do get to that stage, when we actually go to look at the list, we will like do our little predictions and talk about stuff that could potentially be there. But. Hello. So who do we have in chat? We have Dragson. Got any lemon? No, we do not have any lemons. We have Promanicist here. Has the ban list really dropped from a human Portuguese dub fan? Yes, it indeed has. We have Elmaz. Hello. We've got Darth Victor. I'm exhausted here. Is it supposed to be back screen? I mean, yeah, we were a little bit late, basically, is what it comes down to. We've been very busy this morning, so. We have Corono. Welcome. And we have Speedy God 7. How is everyone in chat doing today? We're just making sure everything's working, which it looks like it is. So I think we are pretty much good to go. So, as everyone knows, we're obviously in the Stage 2, Day 3. So a lot of people have been grinding away. Some of the community members have been doing quite well. We've been seeing players like Hikari. We saw Ursus. We've seen like Cosmo. We've seen like so many players just in the community like performing really well and doing, you know, just having current high placements. Now hopefully they'll be able to end at those high placements. I think we did see Voltalon has jumped his way into the top 100 as well. So, you know, massive congrats to all of them for doing so. Beyond that, what we also want to do, because again, we're not really, could you Yoamu, come on, you're just yapping. We're because we're not really pushing for top 100. That's just not really what we're about. We don't really enjoy the GRF in terms of like an endless grind. What it does mean is that we aren't going to go super hard. We'll probably play a few games on stream because, again, it's fun to do so. But for the most part, we are going to be playing Capsule Monsters because that's what I've been really wanting to play. Capsule Monsters. We started it last week and we really enjoyed it. And I never knew how hard it is waiting a week to play a game that you want to play. It's actually really difficult. Alright, let's see what everyone's saying. Even for OCG Rush list, this one was underwhelming. Okay, I mean, we don't want to spoil it too much. We'll have a look at it in a sec. I fight in Gaia, so not good at the moment. Ugh. I think this is the first time we've got Digimon and Rush banners on the same day, with Digimon getting finally another banned card. Took long enough. And we've still only got 1 in Rush, so I was 97, then bricked 5 games, went for food, and since then it's 1 for 1 every other game. I mean, that does kind of make sense, right? For the most part, we're in a tier 0 format. There will be slight alterations in build, there will be slight discrepancies in RNG, but for the most part, the deck's quite easy. The deck's quite straightforward. It's not like you're going to outplay your opponents most of the time when you do get into the top 100 and you're playing against other people in the top 100. So it will just come down to a coin flip a lot of the time, which is unfortunate, but that is just the way things go. When I like to think of Rush as like a bell curve, where it's like everything's super luck-based, and then it's like skill, everything's luck-based again. Because it's like, once everyone is skillful and you're at the upper echelons, then it's back to being luck-based because nobody's making mistakes anymore, right? It's one of those things. That's just how it's naturally going to unfold. All right, let's actually go ahead and jump in to taking a look at this list. So, we haven't seen anything yet. If we refresh this page, we should have the new Rush OCG Banlist. So first things first, let's do a little bit round of predictions. So the cards that I think are really problematic are... Alright, first off, I don't think anything's going to get banned. And by extension, the cards that could be banned would be things like Ryozai. Now, Ryozai hasn't been seeing as much play as of late, but it's still kind of problematic. Any deck that's like level 7 good stuff is going to be playing it. And Gaia is probably the biggest, like, user of that card. Again, it's not going to get banned because nothing gets banned, but that would be on my prediction list of if it was. Jest of the Cosmo Princess, again, it's already limit 1. We can't put it lower unless we ban it. So again, I don't think it's going to get hit. Then, what even goes after that? The problem is we then have a bunch of cards which like aren't super problematic individually, but when you like compile them all together, they get problematic. So I've seen that the insect deck, the Delirium, is doing really, really well at the moment. So you could make an argument to hit something from that deck, but at the same time, I don't think that deck is performing head and shoulders above everything else. And the deck is still quite new, so I don't think they want to hit cards that are still being sold. So I don't think they would hit that anyway. So in my mind, like the big problem deck right now is probably just Gaia. But I don't think any of the individual pieces of Gaia are the problem. The problem is just that you have a really easy way to get out boss monsters, and you don't need many deck slots, which means the deck becomes good stuff pile. Like, the entire deck is just, like, nothing but random good things that just mill, give you advantage, free plussing. That's the whole shebang. So it's like, what do you hit? Like, you either hit, like, Veteran Curse of Dragon, which I guess now will be called Battle-Tested Curse of Dragon, or you just hit nothing, right? So I don't even know if I'm expecting anything from that to get hit. F Gaia. There was a confirmation of Yu-Gi-Oh! Rush voice actors. No idea what needs to be nerfed. So Pink, Animagica, and Void Velger Fusion. I would like to see the Void Velger package get hit, because I think it's really silly when you can take basically just 6 cards, that being, Christ, what is the card called? So for me, it's not even the Void Velger stuff, it's the Dark Matter stuff. So Dark Matter Dragon and Dark Matter Wyvern. You could just take those 6 cards, put them in any other deck, and it's just a package that works and is quite good. And I don't like that, because then you get like Magnet, Dark Matter, and you get Dark Matter X, Dark Matter Y, Dark Matter Z. And I think it becomes very uninteresting. But what do you hit there? Like, if you hit Wyvern, the actual deck it's meant to be in suddenly doesn't work very well. And we're not going to hit Dragon because it's an anime card. It's an anime boss monster. We're not touching that realistically. So it's like, I don't think we can hit anything there. Do you know there's Bluey doing time slot in April? Ejection Master. Gaia's skill should be limited to Gaia only. But again, we're talking about OCG. Because in OCG, spoiler alert, one of the best decks in OCG right now is Gaia. And in Duel Links, it's also Gaia. So, alright, let's take a look. Let's take a look at what is actually going to be changed. Okay, so immediately, I see Thunderbolt. Now, Thunderbolt is a really scary card, because this card is a loop magnet, basically. There are so many loops you can do with this card. There are actually a ridiculous amount of loops. So I am a little bit worried if this comes back to 2 or 3, because this is currently limit 1. If this goes back to 2 or 3, then we might see more loop decks, which, like, on one hand, loop decks are kind of fun, but at the same time, they do create, like, kind of degenerate outcomes, so has any Rush box cover ever been hit? I don't think so, but generally the cover cards aren't, like, actually high impact in the actual game. Is it me or all Rush character Final Duel always on the moon? Main command. My question is, why did they decide to release a deck that's strong in OCG Duel Links? Like, why? So they gave it to us in a severely nerfed state. The Gaia in OCG is basically nothing like the Gaia in Duel Links. But you're not wrong, right? You're not wrong. If we had battle-tested Curse of Dragon, it would be a lot stronger. If we had the Ryozai package, it would be a lot stronger. If we had a lot of the good generic cards, it would be a lot stronger. We have the option to play the traps, for example, in OCG, but they're just not played because there's just better generic traps. So it's like... But let's see. Let's take a look. Based on the fact that they're doing... They might unlimit other cards as well, but I don't know what exactly they are planning to do, right? Like, there's so much they could unlimit that most of it is going to be really weird stuff. So, newly banned, nothing. Newly restricted, nothing. So, nothing is being put to 1. semi-limited, we got Thunderbolt. So again, Thunderbolt is... It's really divisive. This card is both, like, really, really good, whilst at the same time, it's so old. This card is one of the very first cards released. This came out, like, set 3 or 4. And it's been around this entire time. It came back a little bit when 7's Geass was the best deck, and it was in a deck called Wonderbolt, because it was 7's Wonder Fusion and Thunderbolt. So Wonderbolt was the name of the deck. It's good. And it looks like that's the only card that's going to be limited. Or semi-limited. So, I mean, that's fine. I guess. A lot of people have been asking for this to come back for the longest time. I don't know. It's a weird one still. It's a weird one. But let's take a look and see what the other cards are. Cards with restrictions lifted. Okay, so it looks like nothing's been hit, and it's just unhits. Okay. So, Sushi Angel Dragon Roll is a card that, again, was used in loops. And this seems to be kind of the theme of this, is we're unhitting a loop card, we're unhitting a loop card. And now we have the Secret Agent Miscast, which was semi-limited back when the Secret Agents or the Secret Investigators were like the best deck. But now, it makes sense, right? The deck hasn't been performing as well lately, so it's fine to put this card back to 3. I'm assuming that's it. Yeah, that's it. Oh, they're changing the text on Sushi Ancient Dragon Roll. So if you have 10 or more cards, 10 cards summoned. Wait. So what's the change? Are we not like seeing the change? Let me whip out the old. I need to see. I need to see what the old text was. Okay, so we had, during the turn spell summon, place 1 frame up from your hand to the bottom of the deck, draw 1 card, you cannot attack level 6. Okay, and this is, if you have 10 or more cards during the deck turn the spell is summoned, return a fairy from your graveyard to the bottom of your deck. And this was fairy from your graveyard to the bottom of your deck. So is it just the 10 cards in deck? Is that the only thing that's changed? Draw 1 card, you can't attack. Yeah, so it's literally just you have to have 10 cards in your graveyard to use it. Okay. I mean, that's fine. I think this is the first errata in Rush Duel. Like full stop. Which is interesting. They're actually going to be errata in cards. Okay, I mean, this is kind of a nothing ban list. Like, there's nothing really here. Like, Thunderbolt is going to be really fun to cook with. Realistically, if you can't do unfair stuff with Dragon Roll, I don't see it seeing much play. And again, Secret Investigators is a cool deck, but the deck has been... It's not seeing as much play. It's kind of fallen by the wayside a little bit, so I don't think just an extra copy of Miscast is going to, like, suddenly skyrocket or anything. But yeah, nothing crazy here. Again, I think the big thing's going to be Thunderbolt. Like, Wonderbolt is still a fun deck. It'll be interesting to see if we can get, like, a good Wonderbolt deck going. How to find it? I want to go Rush Brawl. There's literally just a chat about Go Rush anime just going on in the chat. All right, well that's that. I was kind of hoping for more, but that's fine. I guess the next thing we'll do is take a look at the brand new OCG cards, and we'll just see what's going on in here. So the first card we're going to take a look at is Harpy's Feather Duster is coming to Rush Duel. So this is, it's not like a huge deal, because we already have Trunade, which most of the time is going to be better. But there are a lot of cards coming out now that basically have the line of text saying your spell and traps cannot be returned to the hand or deck. So this becomes a little bit better. Then it's arguably just straight up an improvement over Heavy Storm, because very rarely do you want to pop your own back row, but you know. Overall, I'm not a big fan of this, and the reason why isn't because of Harpy Feather Duster itself, it's because I don't like legend cards that just get rid of all your opponent's back row, because that now incentivizes that my OTK is always going to work, and I don't like that kind of design. In my mind, I'm like, why do we want the game to be over in one turn? And cards like this enable that, so I don't really like that. But that's kind of fine, I guess. Like I say, we already have Trunade, we already have Heavy Storm, so putting this in the game doesn't really change much. Then we have the Magical Fireworks with Road Servant Flare. This card seems kind of bad. So this is level 3 Spellcaster effect, 1100 attack. During a turn in which you haven't special summoned, you can reveal a Road Magic Explosion, so a bad card, Road Magic Tempest, a bad card, or Road Magic Tectonic Shift, another bad card, in your hand to your opponent. Okay, so I have to play this dog shit in my deck, then I have to have them in my hand when I draw this guy, and then I have to reveal it. But then you can choose a 7 or higher spellcaster monster in your graveyard and special summon it to your field face up. Okay, that's a pretty good plus. And then you return this card to the owner's hand. So it goes back to our hand, which is like interesting because that means you could use it for something else, but its own effect blocks you from basically doing the same play again. But I don't think this is very good. The main reason is just you need to play Explosion, Tempest, or Tectonic Shift, and those cards all suck. So why would you just play bad cards to just do what other cards do anyway, right? This is just cheating back a level 7 is kind of whatever. I'm not super impressed by this. Heavy Storm dead, rip. I think you already know that Pokemon Horizon Timeskip will be decreased in April. Just play the trap to protect your back row, I guess. I mean, that's good against specifically the Harpy's Feather Duster and Storm, but that doesn't help against Giant Trunade, right? So now it's like, are you playing a monster to protect your guys from getting bounced, and then you're also going to play the trap to stop your cards from getting popped? And then you now realize you have to do that every turn, right? So if you're playing a slower deck, that's just every turn now. You have to just find those cards, which is not, like, feasible. But then we have an actual cool one. Elemental Hero Heliosphere. I actually think this card is awesome. So take a look at the art. This is like Sparkman's body with like Avian's arm and like Avian's wings. And then we've got like Burstinatrix's legs, kind of. And then we've got like a gun, which is not quite like Spark Blaster, but it's like a weird looking gun. But this card's really cool. So this is a level 7, 2800, 2800, made using Sparkman, Avian, and Burstinatrix. Cannot be special summoned except by fusion, so that's the basic hero like line of text. If there are 10 or more cards in your deck, draw one card and reveal it. If that card is a monster, then you can choose one card on your opponent's field and destroy it. Now, if you don't draw a monster, obviously it's a lot less impactful. There are ways you can stack the top of your deck, such as Avian Spell Tactics, but again, Avian Spell Tactics is like, it's not a bad card, but there are better back row hate cards in the game now, right? We have the the one which is like shuffle 2 cards back, pop a card. We have shuffle 2 cards back, pop or bounce a card, or put a card back to the bottom of your own deck with Over a Storm. There are just better cards, so you don't really want to be using that, but maybe you would just to get the extra pop from this. But then you're committed to getting 2 warriors on the field. Again, that shouldn't be too bad because all your fusions are also warriors. So it's like Miracle Fusion gonna go hard. So my first thought when I saw this actually was Argent could actually be okay. Because the logic is, right, if you Argent, you're only ever gonna see 2 different materials. And that's times 3 extracting 3 copies. There's 6 cards you can dig for. But now this bumps up to 9, which is like, that's not bad, right? Having 9. Now, if this was in Duel Links, this would be a lot better because having 10 less cards in your deck and having 9 of them, like, get you a plus off of Argent is actually really, really good, but overall, I think this card is still really cool. The Elemental Hero deck is not bad by any stretch, so adding this to its arsenal is going to feel even better. I'm quite happy to play this. I'm looking forward to playing this, and I might actually take this to the next Mono tournaments. I think it was really fun. And then we have XQT Mates. So this is not a level 6. So it's like an honorary XQT. So, level 4, Light Fairy, 100, 500. Reveal a level 6 monster with 500 defense in your hand to your opponent. This card's level increases by 2. Okay, so it does become a level 6. Also, if you have not drawn during this main phase, you can draw 1 card, but for the rest of this turn, you cannot attack with level 7 or higher monsters. So this tells me that Ursus is going to have a field day, right? Because Ursus has been absolutely loving the XQTs, and he is going to absolutely love having this new tool. As well as Pico. Pico is a big XQT player. So he is probably going to, again, absolutely love this. And I would not be surprised if we see at least 2 XQE in the next mono OCG tournament. So, interesting, interesting. We also have Quantum and Hikari in the chat. Hello, hello, everyone. Executee support, let's go. Exactly. I've never been a big fan of the Executees, and the only reason, I mean, I've said this a few times on stream, but it's because when I first started playing, like, actual competitive Rush, Executee was the tier 0 deck. So because of that, I would enter a tournament, play against, like, 5 Executees, win some of them, and then that would be my tournament experience. And then you'd enter another tournament the following week, and it was play against 5 XQE and then not have a great time. And that was like the entire thing. It was like, ugh. But, you know, it is what it is. You'd never last in GRF. I mean, for me, it depends if I like the tier 0 deck, right? Like, I really like the Gaia deck. I can identify the fact the Gaia deck is not good for the game. I can identify the fact that the Gaia deck should get a big slap on the wrist. But I still like the deck. I still play the deck to a decent degree. But ironically, what I've actually been enjoying is not playing the Gaia deck in this GRF. But again, I'm playing it very casually, right? I think in total we've played less than 20 games. So, like, we're not pushing hard whatsoever, right? I mean, speaking of, I suppose we can take a look at this as well. I'll go grab my Twitter as well, actually. So this is... I could show this off a little bit better. So we jump over to Twitter. We can see that my latest post was this. So this is the latest kind of update that we have for... I mean, we can probably make this look better as well. What if we do this? So this is the latest update. I did this today. And this is basically just going over the tournament results, right? But this does sort of reflect the GRF, right? Top 100 is basically entirely Gaia material. Now, it's all archive skill, so we don't actually know if it is all 100% Gaia Matarian, but yeah, it doesn't take much to put 2 and 2 together, right? But Gaia Matarian taking up 62.4% of top 4 points is actually kind of a little bit ridiculous, right? Now, GRF itself, I have seen the vast majority, probably something like 90 to 95% of people, basically say they're not really enjoying the GRF. There's people saying, like, I want to get top 100, so I'm going to play it anyway. There's people that are saying, like, I kind of like the deck, but I don't really like being in a tier 0 format. There are people that are kind of at all ends of the spectrum, but for the most part, it's all negative. No one is like, I haven't spoken to anyone that's just said, I'm really enjoying the GRF right now. And even if you like Gaia Matarian Mirrors, playing nothing but Gaia Matarian Mirrors non-stop for hours every day is probably not super fun. Which is a little bit of a shame. It is a little bit of a shame, but it is what it is. It is what it is. That is the world that we currently find ourselves in. There's not really anything you could do about it. No one's found the secret sauce that is like to counter this deck. For the most part, we've seen a little bit of Pyro, but even that, which was doing okay on the first day, seems to have fallen out of the top 100 since. So, not really ideal, to be honest. So, I'm curious to hear if anyone in chat has had like any positive experiences in the GRF, or if it's just all negative. Because again, even the people that are like doing well in top 100, for the most part, I'm hearing like, I don't want to continue. I'm kind of done with this. I want to get top 100, but I'm so done with like playing. I'm having fun. How are you doing, Quantum, by the way? Are you in top 100 still? I haven't like been keeping track. I mean, let's start at the bottom and have a look. So we got one dragon player here. So that's already like something. What do we got? Happy Danny. We got El Chico Cosmo. Got there in the end. We got Jasper, who was in first place on the first day. We got Duan. We have... I'm at 29k. So what does 29k put you? So top 100 is 30k. So you're literally just outside. Just outside. I like that it's possible to combine Gaia with many different decks, which Konami limited always before, but yeah, I don't really love playing the same deck for hours. I'm having fun. I feel like not being able to play day one is quite a setback, otherwise it's fine. I guess it kind of depends, right? Because I felt like I got to 12k like very, very easily. But that doesn't necessarily translate, right? Like, getting to 12k is not the same as getting to 20k. Getting to 20k is not the same as getting to 30k. Getting to 30k is not the same as getting to 40k. And if the theory holds, the higher rank you get, the better players you should be playing against. So, maybe the early slogs are actually just very, very easy. Is that a second one? No, it's not. Not a second one. We got to one and we scroll back down, I think. Rush newbie. I mean, I'm not seeing any more archive skills. Soramir 1. Now, the question is this actually Ray? Or is this someone just using the Ray name? We got Hikari up here at 71. Only played 74 games. I just don't know what score to stop at today. It's tricky as well. I think it's especially tricky depending on where you live. Because for us in the EU, it is... The cutoff time is 5 AM. So if you want to try and be, like, safe, like, around, like, 4, I guess, or 3 or 4... you could then see what the points are then, and then you could try and make an educated guess as to where it's going to end, and try and secure your spot. But if you want to sleep at a reasonable time, that's 5 hours after you go to bed, so you'd need to have quite the disparity. You need to go quite over, like, what you think you might need, I guess. It's hard to, like, make that prediction. We have Soji and Voltalon. Voltalon at 68, Soji at 69, nice. We've got Yoboro Mike Ho, currently at 67. So 67 and 68, looking quite good there. Milanesso at 64. Is there anyone else that's, like, stands out? Kiryu Ryo. Because that's the other thing. Some people change their names for this. So these could be people we know, but they're just, like, using different names. We've got Ra in at 23. We got Rarashula at 20. This is... Is this Ika? I recognize this name. I can't remember who exactly it is. We got Tomato here at 13. We got Char at number 10. So Char is definitely, like, obviously doing really, really well. Has managed to maintain the top 10 spot for, like, a long time. And I don't recognize anyone up here. I didn't even see Nanao, so I guess Nanao's dropped out. I recognize this name as well. This might be Ika. But then again, maybe I'm just, like, seeing things that aren't there. I think I recognize this name as well, actually. In 8 hours, it only went up by 1k. But that's the thing, like, because it might drastically change at different times of day. Like, whenever the largest player base is all playing at the same time. Like, it's hard to predict, really, how this is going to go. But yeah, we had a couple of losses. This one specifically, we had lethal, but we were worried about our opponent's back row, and then we didn't push, and we ended up losing because of it, which is a shame. But I think we're going to play a couple games. We're going to play a couple games on stream, because I do want to just play a little bit. And then we will probably be moving over to Capsule Monsters at some point, because I've been really jonesing to play Capsule Monsters. But the list we're playing is Psychic. And this is, like, gimmick Psychic. This deck so far has lost 2 games. But, you know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a good deck. It might just speak to the quality of the players. Like, for example, we're not playing against Matari and Gaia right now. That being said, the 2 games we did lose, one was to Hero Gaia and one was to... Oh, we're playing the wrong deck. Uh-oh. This is fine. We actually just didn't swap the deck to what we were supposed to be using. But this is fine. Because we're playing Gaia Matarian anyway. Oh, I wanted to use my Psychic deck. Now I've got to play Gaia Matarian. I mean, I do like Gaia Matarian, it's just not the end of the world. Let's see what skill are you using that we're playing Pot of Greed on Yuo? Is this like someone that's just managed to get here, but he's playing like a really bad deck, or what? Okay, so Pot of Greed but ends with a card in hand. That always feels kind of bad. I mean, I guess we just go for it, right? I mean, we have that plus that. We could drop the fusion immediately, tribute summon over that, but then we would lose that, or we just go 1-2 summon, use both of those. Right, let's do this. We'll flip over Reactor. We'll go ahead and activate reactor. Okay, that's quite nice. We'll flip this up. We will go ahead and I think we're just going to... I mean, we want to use the fusion, right? Because we're going to just add it to our hand in a sec anyway. Unless we just don't do that. Because I could just hold it. If I do that, though, I can go 1, 2, 3. Have all 3 on the field. Which is really not bad. So we're going to drop the poly. We'll go 1... We'll go 2. We will summon this out. We will then normal summon. Okay, he has Trap Hole. That's good to know. Now here's Giant Tortoise of Greed. Okay. Okay, buddy. Alright, we don't want to do that. Normal summon. No. Yes. Tribute this. Tribute this. Summon this. Activate the effect. I've just realised I can't actually do the play I wanted to make. Because I don't play the Vanilla Gaia in this build, I don't think. No, we're not. So we're playing a good build. Ugh, which means I can't actually get the plus. Which does kind of suck, but I guess it's not the end of the world. So now we will just dump Goat. We'll bump. I don't think it matters too much. I mean, I could still just try and threaten lethal. Nah. We have misplayed this so badly, though. Like, so badly. We have a good defensive lineup, though. Like, we are set up for next turn. Okay. And he's got another trap that's live. Okay. Oh my, this is, I don't think we're in any danger of losing this game, but this is a really bad game 1. Like a really bad game 1. They could be running Matarian and have DM Brain. I mean, I think they're just playing just random garbage, to be honest. Now, it would have been funny if he had Tortoise and Hole. Yeah, it would have absolutely masked it. I mean, he had his Legend Trap either way, right? The issue is that none of our back row will stop his Ancient Golem. Could have normal the Curse of Dragon to draw off Gaia. Yeah, but we didn't realize that... So the plan was to search with the skill and then just make a third fusion monster. That was the plan. But we forgot this version of the deck that we're playing isn't on Vanilla Gaia. Well, Subpainter. Actor. Fusion. Go 1. We'll go 2. Summon out the Vitristar. Then, I mean, we have to use this either way, right? We'll go Gargoyle. Tribute over for this. Activate your turtle. Go on. Come on. You can do it, buddy. Mismatched Rivalry. What is this deck, bro? I can't, like, play around the stuff he's doing. Because I'm just bewildered as to what he's doing. Full stop. Alright, we'll put this back, this back, this back. I guess we'll put this back. Actually, I'll put this back, because that will turn on my skill more. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Reduce. Go ahead and activate Chivalrous Celerity. To the graveyard, I kind of just want a Sword Dancer in there, if I'm honest. We'll boost this up. We'll not bother adding, because there's nothing we can do with that right now. We'll just go to battle. We will swing into this. So he's going to use Restoration. And Curse would be where it's supposed to be in the grave. Yeah, that's like the logic. But we absolutely fumbled it. But again, it looks like it doesn't matter. I don't know. I mean, to be fair, this is like day 3. So like getting to 12k is like not anything crazy at this point. I mean, at least the Ancient Gear Golem's gone, so our back row is now live again. Mismatched is limited? Yes, it's limit 1. If they nerf the Gaia skill, they can unlimit or limit 2 mismatched, and I think it will be good. He's playing Fusion Deal as well, by the way. I don't know about that, but... Because Konami hate trap cards. They despise them. Tributes to, summons out. The multi-strike Dragon Dragius, activates Talismanic Seal Array. But if you don't turn off my back row, I'm just going to use my back row. I mean, I guess I want my guy to live either way, and the only way to allow him to live is to negate attack. So we're going to just fire this off. We also haven't found any of our back row hate ourselves yet. There it is. We've been waiting 10,000 years. We finally found Dragon's Inferno. We can't make any Gaia fusion no matter what we do here. We can... However, activate your effect and just pop this, which is always kind of just nice. We can also activate our skill. Send this to the grave. Boost this attack. Add cards to hand. I would love, personally, to have this. That's like the main thing I would like. Beyond that, I guess I'll just take another one of these. I'll go ahead and drop the poly. Go for this by using this from hand, summon this out. Activate the effect to destroy a face down card. We'll just get rid of that. Go to battle, swing over this. Boom. Swing into this. Boom. Alright, I mean, that was very messy, but we did get there. But I actually did want to play my Psychic deck, so... we'll try and swap over to Psychic this time and see what happens. Probably why there's a billion back row hate and like 2 traps that's actually worth playing. Hello, Kim friend, by the way. How you doing? Look at that little guy. Look at our little guy. Right, we'll swap deck though. So we will swap over to our Psychic deck. So this is the Psychic deck we're playing. This is basically, we came to this list. This is like similar to an older list that we were playing on like day 1 of the Psychic stuff coming out. And we actually decided to play this after talking to Quantum, ironically. I actually really still like Bajinical Miracle. I think this build of the deck is very gimmicky. This is a very, very gimmicky version of this deck. This is not the best way to play Psychic. But, again, we don't care about getting top anything in this, so we could just play the gimmicky list. Wingman is in there exclusively to farm Chronicle. There is no other reason, because there is almost a 0% chance that we are ever getting 3 Candy All out, right? Or not Candy All. Is it Candy All? It is Candy All. Okay, but there's almost a 0% chance we'd ever make this 3 times. There's probably a almost 0% chance we'd ever make this once in this build, because we're not playing Star Restart, right? So I wouldn't I wouldn't worry about the Wingman. He's in it just to farm. Can't wait for the ban list and skill nurse. Hopefully they do a better job than Heroes in speed. I mean, fingers crossed. Alright, so this is probably going to be Gaia. Let's see what they've got. This is a bad hand. This is a very bad hand. Okay. Unfortunately as well, we can't use our skill when we go second, which really sucks. Or when we go first. We have to use it from turn 2 onwards. Like, if we could just dump something into graveyard here, we'd be feeling a lot better. But this is pretty bad. So if we had 2 monsters, I'd be feeling okay about this. But only having 1 monster against potentially Gaia is horrific. 3 back row, 1 monster in defense. Okay. I mean, we have plays we can make with this. Nothing, like, crazy, though. I mean, theoretically, there is actually kind of a crazy play we could make. I need to work out, like, the order I want to do this in. I guess we'll start with Performer. Then I'm just going to flip over Divergence. I'm just going to hit the middle one. Then I can activate Performer. We hit the Fusion. Well, 3 of that is very awkward for us. Then I can summon out Roman Pick, who is now live. So I can go ahead and activate this, but the question is, do I want to activate it before or after using the skill? I think we're probably better off doing it now. Well, having Candy in the grave is cute. Having it in the hand doesn't realistically do a lot for us, so I think we probably just take Agent here. Then we're going to go ahead and just tribute this out. 1, 2, summon. We can then go ahead and activate our skill. And we'll just go ahead and send something. We could send the second Prima, but I don't think we necessarily need it right now, because we've already got 1 on the field. So I'm going to send this other Candy. Then I'm just going to activate Jump Start, because I do want to... I mean, putting cards back in the deck is, like, fine, but overall, I just kind of want the 1,000 life points from it. We'll then set this, and we're probably just setting this. I don't think we need to go, like, super aggressive here. I mean, we could try and go super aggressive. I'll tell you what, let's get aggressive. Let's get aggro. If we can get 2,000 damage in, that does make it a lot easier to try and win the game at a later stage. Okay, he is just on the 500 defenders. We didn't want to risk it because it could have been something like a gargoyle. So the downside to this play exactly is it doesn't really play very well around TCB. So if he pops all of our back row and then just TCB Assura Stars us, we're going to be in like a pretty dire situation, but we'll see what happens. They will hit Gaia into Oblivion and leave Dragon Cemetery untouched, so they remain at the top. Free-to-play players unhappy, whales unhappy, continue old pre-format for another month or 2. I mean, potentially. All stupid, arrogant kids. You probably shouldn't be racist, Kim Friend, really. Just in general, I would recommend not being racist towards the Chinese. I think that's just a bad take, and it's quite a bad look as well. What do we have next? Everyone is unhappy already? Yeah, I will say, I think a lot of people are playing this GRF because the deck is so accessible and it's very easy. And in a lot of ways, it is quite fun to play. But that being said, it's still tier 0, right? Also, in a tier 0 format, you don't have to, like, learn the meta, quote-unquote. Because you just have to learn what your own deck does and how it works. And then, if you're just playing the same matchup again and again and again, once again, you don't have to worry about the matchups, right? Because you just play the only one. Whereas, like, whenever I play in a speed tournament, like, you might be like, oh, well, if you play in a speed tournament, 99% of the time you're just going to play against, like, salads, right? Or heroes. And that is somewhat true. And because when I played in the KC Cup, I played against mostly heroes, I got to learn that matchup quite well, right? Watch him snipe the... Yeah, of course. Of course. Of course, of course, of course. I don't think we're dead. And we are somewhat set up. No, we might just be dead, guys. We might just be dead. If it was just Curse of Dragon, this would have been okay. This is no longer okay. So this is what? Yeah, he just goes for the direct attack and wins. So we die because he just got the 33% on the negate attack. That's a shame. That is a shame. If he pops a back row, we actually might live this turn. He is. He's popping back row. He's bad. Hit this one, please. Please don't hit both of the back row I want to keep. This one. Bro, come on. Don't hit both the back row I want to keep. Fuck off. Ah! Not only did he get the snipe on the one I needed to keep, he then hit the other one, which now means I only have 3 draws to find my entire combo. That is actually disgusting, bro. I mean, we found everything we need anyway, so maybe it just doesn't matter. How many cards we got? Those, both of those. So we're going to go ahead and activate this. Put this back. We'll put this back. Grab this to hand. We will normal summon telepathic agent. Okay, nothing here. I can threaten with 38. A 38 just does not cut it though. Alternatively, we do that, boost up, gain 9. That would be 37, which is just, again, nowhere near lethal. Oh, do we just have no way to get lethal here? We're so close, but we just don't have it. We're so close, but we just do not have it. So instead, we just have to do what we can. So go ahead and do this. We just send this, I think. Grab this. Tribute over this. Summon out this. Activate the effect. Gain the life points. Summon. Activate fusion. Go into Candy Live. But this is kind of just where it ends, unfortunately, because I could reduce all of his guys' attack down, but then I just don't have the attack I need. So, all we do is gain the 1,000 in special summon. We set this. I think we still activate this, because gaining the 1,000 might actually keep us alive. So we're going to put this back, and we're going to put this back. Watch his back row be like negate attack anyway, so it just didn't matter. Okay, no, it did matter. So, the other line I could have done was I could summon out Candy live, and then I could have used the other... Instead of discarding the Candy, I could have kept the telepathic agent around. Discarded, like, something else instead. Had this, and then just had the 1,000 plus the 28. Attack in for 38, but then that leaves him on 200, so that just doesn't kill. Hello, Barox. Welcome, welcome. I would rather have free-to-play Gaia be strong for another season than dragons being untouched. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel as well. I really don't like dragons. It's not even that I dislike dragons. I dislike an OTK deck that just sits there and stalls until they OTK. Like, I think... Prior to getting Mirror Gear Star, it was actually kind of okay. Because you could, like, play around it in a lot of interesting ways. There was, like, a lot more going on there. But after Mirror Gear Star, it's kind of just cringe. Same. At this point, I think they need to remove Metarian from Gaia and buff the old decks if they want meta diversity. That's what I would like, but I think they... I almost think Konami don't want to do that. I think they actually just want... Like... Straight up, I think they just want to power creep. They just want power creep, power creep, power creep. Why are we... What are we doing with that? What's the point of using Star Restart here? Oh, we're just literally throwing something in defense mode. Okay. That's about the fusion, which we're just going to set. So this is the only thing I have to worry about. Changes that to defense, and then we're just going to pierce over. Why would you change that to defense before drawing the card? Okay, so now I have 2 back row to worry about. That's annoying. Then we attack here. I mean, that's fine. It means I don't take a shit ton of damage. Oh, that kind of sucks. I mean, we could pay the 1,000, attack in. That's always an option. We didn't find the card we were hoping to find. We always need to clear this. Do I need to clear this? I mean, he has the fusion already. We don't have any spell traps, which really sucks. Do we have that engraved? We don't currently. Okay. I could use that to go into another one. Boost by 18. That's still not going to threaten lethal remotely. He's going to just have a big pierce guy either way. I think we just do this and this. And then just kind of hope. I mean, there's no reason to sit with Thingy in the deck. So we'll use this and just get rid of this. I mean, we're going to run into a trap. There's nothing we can really do about it. Then we just have to hope that our back row sticks. Like, what else can we do from this point? If we had drawn into a... what's it called? Because we still have 3 copies of Psychic Upper in the deck. So if we had drawn into any of them, we would be in a really good spot here. But we didn't, so we're not. Swift Gaia just gets the piercing. Which again, if our back row sticks, we're fine, right? The issue is, no matter what we draw, this card could still be negate attack. And there's nothing we could do about that if it is. Literally nothing. I mean, yeah, we'll just activate this now. We're going to need it either way. Aha! Alright. Well, there's Psychic. So, we go Ice Pop. Activate Ice Pop. Bring back Candy. We'll get rid of Ice Pop, because it's just kind of in the way here. Activate Psychic. Gain the life. Activate the skill. We'll get rid of this. Grab this back from the graveyard. Activate Fusion. Go into this by using this and this. So now the question is, do we just try and push for the win? Or do we respect that that is probably going to stop us? If that stops us, then I think we always have to just get our guy out. I think we do this. There's no way that back row isn't a negate attack, right? There's literally no way. So now I'm just going to go straight to battle. We're just going to swing with this. Okay, so there is a delay. That is the negate attack. We did the correct play. Now, we can still die quite easily from this. But we did the best that we could do. What do we have left in deck? We still have 1 Candy. All of our fusions are in the graveyard, which means we can no longer make a fusion play. Because obviously we're not playing the... we're not playing Star Restart. So we're probably going to lose this either way. But we're doing what we can. We're doing what we can. I don't think we've made... Have we made any like big mistakes this game? I'm trying to remember. I don't think we have. Okay, we'll take 400 there. Wait. What? What? I mean, he was dead, but why didn't he just clear our fusion? There was like a really slim chance we came back from that. All he had to do was clear our fusion, and we then had to rely on like the jankest plays of all time to win. We would have had to like double Prima, double boost to get them both plus 18, put them both up to 4,000, and then clear over and hope that was enough. And in order to win that, he would have had to have 2 Gaias in attack position. That would be exactly lethal. That was the only line we had to win if he cleared the fusion. So, like, we weren't always 100% losing, but we weren't winning most of the time, right? Realistically. Yeah, we can take a look at our, like, record. So we're 19. So, yeah, we've played 19 times, and we've won 16 of them with an 84.21% win rate, which is, like, fine. It's nothing, like, insane. But as you've just seen, that guy absolutely threw, and the guy before that was terrible. When we were playing yesterday, we played against people that weren't throwing. We played against people that were all playing Gaia Matarian all day. So, I don't know why the quality of play has dipped. Maybe it's just, like, the day 3. Because, like, we're not super high ranked, right? 14.7. That's not super high. Like, let's not kid anyone, right? Realistically, low. Like, if you're, like, playing at, like, a decent competitive level, and it's day 3, you really want to be, like, 20k minimum, realistically. That's probably where you're going to get, like, the, oh, you know, we kind of understand the game. We do play it a lot. We are rush players, but we're not dominating, right? We're not super high up. 84% win rate, you could be top 5. Yeah, you know, if I just play against people like that forever, easy, mate. We'll just soar into top 10, top 100, no problem. I do really like this deck, though. The entire gimmick of this deck, bear in mind this guy had a bloody bot name, but the entire gimmick of this deck, right, the entire thing is, quite literally, what we were talking about before Quantum, right? Which is, we just can use Magical Miracle to get out Prima. Well, the overall strategy is just get Prima on the field, get Candy live on the field. If your opponent has 2 face-up monsters, they're dead, right? That is literally it. Because if we can get out Candy live and not use its effect to bring back Prima, if we can get Prima on the field via Magical Miracle or by Tribute Summoning it, we then pay the 2,000, make them all 0. Prima boosts our attack to be over 6,000. We attack over 2/0 attack monsters for 6,000 damage, right? That is literally the entire strategy behind this build. And to be fair, it has been working quite well against Gaias. But, again, it literally is just, please don't have negate attack or buffer slime, right? Because if you do, I can't win. Please don't just keep setting all your monsters, because if you do, I can't win. Flame Wingman jump scare! Alright, we'll play again. We're definitely going to play one more, I think. At least one more. We need to play 4 games for the quests anyway. I mean, if we can finish, like, top 500, that would be, like, really nice. But, like, I'm not worried about it. Like, top 1,000 would probably be, like, fine for me. I don't really care about going much higher than that. Alright, so this is going to be Gaia again. We are going first, which is quite nice. I don't really like sitting on Roman Pick this early, especially since he's probably going to go aggressive, and Telepathic does have higher defense. So I think we're going to do something like this. And then the question is, do I want to Tribute Summon this? It would be nice to get it out of the hand, because, like, I want 5 draws for next turn. So I think we probably are just going to do this. Again, I'm not feeling super enthusiastic about this play, but... And milling Fusion is also really bad in this build of the deck specifically, because we don't have any way to get it back. So that is just one Fusion summon play just gone now. To be fair, we only need 1 to make things work. Okay, so he milled Essel and Sword Dancer. There's a very low chance he has the 3rd Essel in hand. Okay, so we're just going to bring out the Sword Dancer. See, now this is the other issue. If he does pop a back row, and he just either we're losing a trap card, which is kind of useful, or we're losing our 2nd fusion, which means we'll only have 1 left. Now again, using our skill, we can get 1 back from the graveyard. So theoretically, like however many we have in deck, we have that +1. But I would still rather not have to limit the amount of plays I can make. Okay, there goes Fusion. So we're now capped at 2 fusions for the rest of this game. Currently at 300 and praying that the top doesn't change. I really want that gold Starlight. I mean, I wish you luck, Barracks. I really hope that you do make it. I mean, I hope everyone that gets their goals met, right? That would be ideal. Like, everyone that's pushing for top 100. I would love for everyone to be in top 100. I think the issue is there's more than 100 people that really want to be in top 100. So you're making another... Oh, okay. Yeah. So you're going to flip my guy up. It's not as bad as it could be, because this does have 1,000 attack. So, like... I mean, we're taking a lot of damage here, but it's not, like, catastrophically bad, right? The issue here is the back row I've saved is Buffered Slime. And Buffered Slime does nothing for me on the next turn. Whereas if this was, like, the Fusion, that's one part of my combo that I'm just holding on to. See, this is the issue. If I still had the Fusion, I could do a lot here. Because I don't have the Fusion, I can't do a lot here. We can activate the skill, dump, summon, use that, bring that out. I'd have that left. Summon that. Oh, that's so clunky, because I can't do everything I want to do. How dare I not be able to do everything I want to do? I can clear his 2 bosses, but then I think I just die to anything. I mean, we have to do something. Okay, we'll use this. We have to just dump this, because we haven't really got any other play here. Then I'll summon out Candy. Summon out Maginical Miracle. Activate Maginical Miracle. Bring this out. Yeah, this would have been lethal if we just had the Fusion. Like, if we had Fusion, this was just game. I think we then just have to tribute with these. We'll drop the Jamp Start. Put this back, and we'll put probably this back. Actually, I put this back. No, we didn't click it. We, like, swiped it instead. We'll grab this back for the extra 1,000 life. We'll set this. We always have to activate one of these. I don't think it's worth activating another one. Because there is, like, a slim chance we could survive. Alright. Let's see what he's got. Let's see what he's got. Been a miserable cup, in my opinion, Tomato. My experience has been sack or get sacked. That does sound about right. Because I played in the pre-GRF, which was 4 hours of, like, simulating GRF. And in that, it very much felt like whenever I got a win, I sacked. Whenever I got a loss, I got sacked. That was kind of the entire experience. I changed from Gaia Matari into Sidra deck with the new equip. Feels nice. Feels like people forgot how to play against Sidra. I think the thing is, most people will play Gaia Matarian in the exact same way regardless. Okay, is he going to go for the direct attack? Or is he going to go for the pop the back row? Either way, it kind of works out for me. Watch Konami unlimit Jamp Check next ban list. Jamp Check is actually disgusting. Like, it's actually disgusting. So he is popping the back row. Now, this is, like, the worst option for me. I would have rather he just went for a direct attack. But, if he doesn't, like, summon a Swift Gaia, we're probably still chilling. Right? Like, he needs a Swift Gaia to kill me here. Boost this up to 32. What are the last cards in his hand? My first Goha Cup, and the experience is incredibly awful. I want Gaia gutted. You're not wrong. Vitristar would also absolutely obliterate me. But I guess he knows that as well. He knows exactly what the set monster is. Yep, there it is. He knows exactly what it is. I mean, there's a chance he's a dumbass, right? There is a chance that he is an idiot. So we'll wait and see what he attacks. But we should just be dead here. We should just be dead. I mean, again, we played it as well as we could have. We did have the set Buffered Slime. The only thing, like decision-wise, we could have done differently would have been to not tribute summon the Psypic Upper on turn 1. That is literally it. It was that or nothing. Wait. No! I wanted him to make the dumb play. It was only 100 over lethal as well, which is kind of a shame. No, my points. Down at 80% win rate. It's disgusting. No. Right, if we play one more, that's going to be our quests done. So we're definitely going to get at least the one more game in. I think this KC is fine though, even though Tier 0 format-ish. It's better than Tier 0 formats we have in Speed. Couldn't he have attacked direct with Conqueror? Yeah, we had the Slime. This format isn't bad, it's just stale. The only thing missing is variety. I think though at that point it comes down to preference, right? If you are okay with Tier 0 formats, you're not going to care. But there are some players that despise Tier 0 formats, and for them, this is going to be crap no matter what. That's just how it be, right? This hand isn't great. And going second as well is also not great. Oof. The issue is, I guarantee one of these back rows back row hate, so we are going to get absolutely cooked here. This is really bad. Like, this is actually really, really bad. What do we do with this hand, bro? We could just sit on the Prima. He's going to pierce over everything anyway, so I don't think it's worth just sitting on 2 defense position monsters. So summon this. We'll go ahead and activate our skill. Dump this. I think we then set both. And then we just swing over. And then that's all we got. This was a really, really bad hand. Like, actually, unbelievably bad hand. We deliberately have some, like, okay defense position monsters, like defense value monsters, because we don't want to get pierced over, and we drew double Candy and a boss, which is, like, so bad. That's so bad. Yep, there's the Universal Storm. And he immediately hits the Buffered Slime. Void Corridor to get back the normal monster. Summon it out, and then he'll mill Star Trancer. And then that'll let him get out more bosses. He already has the Star Trancer. Activate Star Trancer, summon Requiem. Imagine all of this, but we had a Buffered Slime. We would be so fine. We would be so fine. But, of course, we lost the 50-50. Most fun out of the older ones. Come to think the difference of Gaia Tier 0 comes down to who draws better and nothing else. I mean, it's like we said at the start of the stream. It's a bell curve, right? It's literally a bell curve. Sets a back row. Doesn't use the skill. Just decides not to. Unless he's on, like, not that skill. I mean, we could be fine depending on what we draw. That's not bad. The issue now is life point cost. We can use that twice. It depends what we draw. Alright. We'll go Performer. We'll activate the Divergence. We'll put this back. Activate the effect. We can gain 1,000, 2,000. Plus we can use this. I guess we'll do this first, because either way we're not keeping you on the field. Activate this now. Is there a reason to summon that out right now? Probably not, because we're probably going to want to take that back. So we will go ahead and activate the Jump Start now. And then back into my deck, I'll put this and this. And we'll grab this back to the hand. We'll summon out Candy. Activate Fusion. Summon out Candy live. Then I'm going to summon the Roman pick here. Activate the effect. Then we just grab back Prima. Activate Jump Start. Put this and this back. Grab back Candy. Summon. Tribute 1, Tribute 2. Activate. Activate. That is what this deck is built to do, right? That is what this deck is built to do. So that is exactly what we try to do every game. It doesn't always work out, but when it does, it feels really, really good. We actually managed to get there with that Maginical as well, which is also really nice. Hey, back up to that 14. I actually don't know where like top 1,000 is. I think we're just outside of top 1,000 right now. We're at what, 14.7? Top 1,000 is 15.2. We're probably not going to push for top 500 because it's kind of a pain. And I think the difference between, like, we could end on like 18 and probably be top 1,000. And I don't have to like spam out more games. So I think that's probably what we're going to do. But this has to be the worst experience playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Of my whole life. Even if I get top 100, I feel empty. Hello, Dark Tuner. Welcome, welcome. It's one of those things where, like some people have already said in chat, I think this GRF is... It's obvious that it's a tier 0 format. It's obvious that not everyone likes a tier 0 format. Saying that, if we look back at the previous GRFs we've had, before this one, we had the Psychic one, which was like 60 to 70% like Psychic. So it was like basically tier 0. It's not quite the same, because like 100% representation is not the same as like, you know, 70% representation. But it's still a massive overwhelming majority, right? People, I think, liked that format better because Psychic was a more interesting deck where you could express skill, right? You could show that you were a better player in that matchup. But again, it has still got that bell curve where, it, like we were saying, at the start of the bell curve, it's the game is very luck-based, and then it becomes very skill-based as you get better at the game and as your opponents get better. And then when you get to like the end of the bell curve and you're like, everyone knows the deck, everyone's played the matchup 100 times, everyone's got the correct build, everyone knows what they're doing, it goes back to luck because everyone's doing everything correct. So now it goes back to flipping coins, right? That being said, even prior to the Psychic one, most of the GRFs we've had have been dominated by like one or two decks. Like, unless you go all the way back to the start, like even Hell Tuning Invasion, that was a 2-deck format. That was Hell Tuning Invasion and Overlord was most of the spread throughout the entire thing. I played a decent chunk in that one. I got into top 100 several times over the course of the weekend. I couldn't play on the Sunday, so I ended up dropping out. But I was like just outside of top 100. And I played almost exclusively against Overlord and HTI. That was just it. That was the entire thing. So it's like, I didn't hate that though, although it wasn't like a tier 0 because there were 2 decks, right? You got to learn the ins and outs of those matchups so well. And there still was some skill expression. Like, there wasn't a ton. Overlord isn't exactly a complex deck. The specific way that Hell Tuning Invasion worked basically was just, did you find, like, dealer? Okay, you're good to go, right? There wasn't much more to it than that. But there were small intricacies you could make, and you could stand out as being a better player than your opponent. When it comes to Gaia, there are still decision points, but they're not complicated decision points. And for the most part, you're just going to delete your opponent anyway. So, like, either you're going to OTK them because you drew really well, or they're going to OTK you because they drew really well. There isn't really a middle ground. And I think that is where a lot of people don't like it. Now, I do think, though, this has had probably record numbers of players playing in it, because the deck is very accessible. A lot of speed players are coming over. A lot of people that play the game very casually are like, well, I've got this basically tier 0 deck. Why not give it a go? You don't have to learn an entire, like, spreadsheet of decks. You just need to learn about basically the one deck. You can understand the matchup quite quickly. You can just sack wins off your opponent, so you don't even have to be better than your opponent to win, which I think to some people is going to be a big draw to it, right? They're like, oh, you're telling me I don't have to be a sweaty no-life who's like played 100 million games on all the different decks, played everything in the format, and I don't have to know like absolutely 100% of this game to like win with this deck, well then yeah, that's great. Love it. 7 Sesso to save us all. 7 Sesso needs to come back in a big way, man. I can only assume we're waiting until Master of Sevens comes out, and then that is going to bring Sevens back. A guy's big decision is not clicking yes every time the game prompts you to get the +2. So, I mean, ironically, that is almost kind of true. Sometimes not getting the +2 is the correct decision. Sometimes shotgunning it and getting the +2 is the correct decision, right? There is still a decision to be made. Then it's like, well, which do I go for? If you've got an imaginary actor in hand, you now have to decide if Victor Star is going to be better for the situation or if Ashura Star is. If you're playing the Type Change Beam version, it's like, well, do I pop the back row or do we just activate the Type Change Beam and go for the Ashura Star suck? There are decision points to be made, and they can be high impact decision points, but they're not complex decisions, right? Like, statistically, you kind of just go like, well, if I do this one, I threaten lethal, and then if it doesn't work, I'm probably screwed anyway, so I might as well go for it, right? And I think this is the sort of format where you have to just go for it when you have it, right? I think we are at the point where even if your opponent has back row, unless there's like such a high chance, like for example, we played against that player earlier, and we knew he had the negate attack. So he had 5 cards left in his deck, and we hadn't seen a legend trap. So statistically, the chances of that being the legend trap were extraordinarily high, right? So unless you're in that kind of situation, you just have to say, if you've got it, and you just push face. And that's what seems to be working. Like, a lot of the top 100 players have been doing exactly that. That being said, I have played a little bit of, like, the mirror matches, because I like the mirror matches, but I've played so many of this mirror already that I feel like I don't need to play more, which is why I found more fun playing something that's a little bit off meta, something a little bit wacky, and it's effectively built to beat the tier 0, and I find a lot of joy in that. Like, some people have been playing the Pyro deck and finding success with that. I've been playing the Psychic deck and finding success with this, right? But overall, I guess my takeaway is, most of the time, GRF is tier 0. That's just kind of the way it goes. And if it's not tier 0, it's very close to tier 0, where there's like a maximum of 2 decks available at a time. There have been some caveats to that, but overall, typically not, right? Unrelated, I'm going to be so sad if Konami adds a new back row and it's another one-off in a bundle. It probably will be, let's be honest. The thing that I'm still waiting for is, like, there are a lot of kind of lower powered back row that we just haven't got yet. And there's also, like, low powered legends that we haven't got yet. And there's low power archetypes that we haven't got yet. Like, we still don't have, like, chairs. We still don't have, like, the cats. Now, again, I think the cats make sense to hold, because you can just put them in as low rarity when, like, the Go Rush cat support comes out, but we have to wait for fusions for that. But they shouldn't be too far off. But the issue is with the cats, is Go Rush cats have Mirror Force in their deck. They just have a card called Stray Force, which is just, it's just Mirror Force if you have 3 monsters with 200 defense on the field. So it's like, Konami aren't going to give us that when they're not giving us any other traps, are they? Like, if we haven't got any other good traps, we can't get that. It's the same reason that Sea Serpent has felt very underwhelming, because we haven't got their traps. And they're not going to give us the traps, because the traps are really good. Oh no, Tomato is yapping. What did you guys do? We're just chatting shit. Hello, Valley. Welcome. Tier 0 Dragons, Tier 0 7 Sesso Kappa, Tier 0 Psychics, Tier 0 Gaia. I mean, we had, like, HTI was, like, I don't know if I would actually call it, like, Tier 0, but it was kind of, it was Tier 0 adjacent, right? In the Dragon one, that was a really weird one, because that had a bunch of different decks, right? That was, we had the deck that won was, like, aggro with Ancient Arise. Some people were on Ancient Forces. We had some people playing Warriors. We had Dragonic Resonance. We had Sevens Axel Road. There was a lot going on in that one. Give me chairs or give me death. True. Give me chairs, Konami. Come on, what's going on? How would you cure this format? Power creep, unhit previous OP decks, or bring it down? So, right, in my mind, what I like, personally, is diversity. Now, I'm not saying all decks need to be, like, on the same power level, but if we can at least get as many decks as possible to populate a tier 1, a tier 2, and a tier 3, that would be lovely. That's what I want. That's my ideal. So I think the best way to do that is to not power creep and to buff the weaker decks. Now, it's like, well, okay, so how do you do that? Because some of the weaker decks are still a bit degenerate. I think the first thing you do is get rid of a lot of the degen stuff. So, for example, the Dragon skill probably needs a big hit. The Dragon deck probably needs a big hit. The Psychic deck, I think, is actually in a pretty good spot. Like, maybe you can, like, give it a slap on the wrist, but it doesn't need anything big. I think you want to buff, like... It's like the Sevens Paladin deck. Sevens Paladin, it's like, it's so close to being somewhat decent, but because it just lacks a way to get piercing damage in, the deck just ends up being really bad. So, like, I don't know, just give it something. It doesn't need, like, a lot, but it just needs, like, a little bit of a nudge. It just needs a way to get damage in, right? Now, you could make the argument that right now, in the current meta we're in, this could be the best chance it has, because the deck can just get a free plus every turn, assuming you can find the Roadstar, and people aren't setting as much, therefore having piercing isn't as relevant. But then at that point, I think it's still a little bit power crept, because the way that you play Sevens Paladin is either it's a control engine, in which case it's just a free +1 every turn, or it's like an OTK / super aggressive option that can boost its attack to be like a ridiculous number. We need a main box every now and then. Yes, I agree, Pro Manarchist. The only problem is, how do you populate a full main box? Like, you either just put a load of crap in it that doesn't matter, or you put in so much more support for so many more decks. Because the main reason I think we keep getting mini boxes is because they want to support 4 to 5 decks per release, and they don't want to give us absolutely everything at once. But if you suddenly gave us main box numbers, you now need to support more decks, or give us more support, or fill it with bloat, right? So I don't think there is like a simple answer that does everything. But like, when Go Rush came out, it was a really exciting week just because of how much new stuff there was, right? We had so many cards to play with, so many new decks to play with, and it was a really, really exciting time. Now, as soon as Go Rush kind of settled, we then just found ourselves in like OTK and not particularly fun metas for a long while, but you know. I have a question. Do you think Harpies will get more support in Duel Links? Because I saw there are a lot of cards that are not in Duel Links yet. I mean, I would expect it. The big thing we were waiting for Harpies was equip spells to come out. Now we have equip spells. Theoretically, we could get full dress for Harpies. And there are a lot of other cards as well. The problem is, which ones do you give us and when? For example, we can't get Pet Master because that would be busted. It basically just lets you once per turn pop any monster on the field. That's really good, right? But when you compare things to like Gaia that's just come out, Gaia's really busted. So like, by that logic, would they release things just as powerful as that? Because if they would, then there's a lot of stuff that could come out and basically be at the power level of Gaia, which is kind of the scary thought, is that they don't nerf Gaia very much, and instead they just start spamming out really powerful cards to try and keep up with Gaia, which would be really bad, I think, just because it means that all of the old decks would just be completely power crept out of the game. It's already a shame that some of the older decks are already just straight up not playable. Like, theoretically, if Konami wanted to, they could just buff all of the older skills, make them like ridiculously broken skills, and then suddenly have all the old decks come back again. But they obviously don't want that, right? Because they want you to buy new cards. They don't want you to keep using your old cards. I take Crazed and Complicit at this point. Just let me interact. I think there is, though, a sweet spot, right? Because the main reason we want interaction is to not die, right? That is the logic. I don't like it when my opponent does the thing, and then I am immediately dead, and I don't get to play the game. And the flip side happens, where even if you're not OTK'd, if your opponent is the aggressor and they get like 4,000 damage in, realistically on your turn, you're going to get back at them for like maybe another 4,000. But now you're both at 2,000, and so on your opponent's crackback, they're going to kill you, right? So what we want is more back row to make it so we don't just die out of nowhere. Like, that's the logic. The only reason we're dying out of nowhere is because skills are really, really good. Having 10 less cards in your deck makes your deck naturally more consistent. We only have 6,000 life points instead of 8,000. There are all these like contributing factors. So although I think adding traps would help, I think it is a band-aid fix to the fundamental issue, which is we have 2,000 less life points and our power level is so much higher. And because of that, not having traps feels so much worse, right? Please increase the life points. That's basically what I mean, I said this on, I replied to Brad on Twitter. I basically said, we have 10 less cards in our deck. We have skills that make our decks more consistent. They give us free plussing, and they boost the power of our monsters. Theoretically, we should be outputting so much more damage than you would be if you were playing with these cards just in OCG. But we have 2,000 less life points, so it doesn't make any sense when you think about it like that, unless they just want the game to be over in literally 2 to 3 turns, right? Because even in OCG, in my opinion, a healthy rush game is like 7 turns. 7 turns feels about right. If it's shorter than 7 turns, it really does feel like someone just OTK'd the other one. And already in OCG, we're starting to see decks that can like do so much on the first turn. They'll sit there, they'll go through 20 cards in their deck on turn 1. They'll mill half of them. They'll draw like 5 cards in the turn, like between like discarding and drawing, or just flat out drawing cards. And when you've gone through half your deck in a single turn, suddenly it's starting to feel a little bit like TCG, right? It's not quite the same. It's not, realistically, but there are similarities and parallels that do start to emerge, right? So it kind of is what it is. It is what it is. But overall, I think there isn't a good solution outside of basically go back to the drawing board and change the fundamentals of rush duelings. Like we say, add more life points. You need to adjust based on the power level increase that we have in duelings, right? I'm at 38k. You think that'll be enough? Ooh, 38. I mean, the issue is a lot of people are going to do exactly what you're doing, Ray. And they are going to sit there and they are going to wait and hope that the number they're at is enough. And then what I think happens is at the last 2 to 3 hours, you'll see a sudden surge in points as everyone's like, oh god, my number isn't high enough to guarantee top 100. I need to like play more to like get up there, right? And sometimes it will work out, sometimes it won't, right? So it's really hard to predict. If you're at 38, then you are... I mean, we're up in like the 50s, right? It's like that's pretty good. I mean, potentially. I mean, you're higher than Volt. Assuming Volt hasn't like bumped up in the last... Because it's going to update again in 2 minutes, right? Would definitely like 8k life points, but I find it really unlikely they'll opt for it. Yes, I very much doubt they will. I think, again, if you're asking me how I would... I don't think fix is the right word, because fix implies that it's broken, and realistically, it's fine. It's just not ideal. It's not in a state that I think most people would find preferable. That doesn't mean it's broken. That doesn't mean it's bad. It just means I am a player that has experienced the OCG, and I've experienced the highs of the OCG, I've experienced the lows of the OCG. I know when the meta has felt nice, I know when it's felt bad, and I've seen public opinion of both of those things. And overall, I just think that people don't like just getting knocked out of the game instantly. It's not very fun, it's not very engaging. Heck, who's even saying they want to fix the format? Exactly. And they just want the format to... They want the carrot and the stick, right? They want... Give you things that look cool and that you want to do. And then... Also, don't use your old stuff. Keep buying cards, right? That's what financially incentivizes them, right? 40k points coming in hot. I don't want to play this format anymore. I'll pray for it to be enough. 2 more wins could take me 6 hours. Yeah, I mean, there's always a chance that you queue up, you are in a really bad headspace, or the RNG just goes really badly, and then you just lose 3 games in a row, and now you're just 3,000 points lower than you were, and nothing has changed, and now you just feel bad. I would say probably just hold off, just keep an eye on it, like check on it every few hours, and if it looks like there's going to be a big swing, like mentally prepare yourself to jump back in. If again, top 100 is like really something you really want to accomplish. No, I missed the OCG Banlist. It was a nothing Banlist, to be fair, Laser. There was next to nothing. It was just unhits, so nothing crazy at all. Can we look at the last Gohar Cup results? I mean, yeah, we can do that. That's fine. I do have them all saved. I say saved. But we can go and take a peek. Which one are we talking about? That'd be the December one. So we have this, which is the article, and then we have this as well, which is probably going to get updated probably tomorrow. So this was the Gohar Rush Festival, the last one, and as we take a look here, we have 64 Psychic, 24 Dark Galaxy, 6 Metarion, 5 Dragiastar, 2 Hero, 1 Galactica, 1 Worm, 1 Jointech, 1 Aggro, and 1 Unknown. So this is probably going to get updated because the guy that runs it, Cat, is really diligent at contacting people and trying to get their lists, and he like compiles the tweets that people make about their deck lists. Good, I missed it then. I just played a Pyro. Chad, absolute Chad. I think you're big chilling at 38. I would still say just keep an eye on it, right? At the end of the day, if you're going to be awake when it times out anyway, there's no reason to not just look at it, right? Now, during the last hour, people could like spike, but like you don't have much control over that, right? But other than that, you kind of have an idea. Is Barrier Statue back? No, Barrier Statue is not back, and hopefully it never will. We still actually have Vanity's Fiend, and Vanity's Fiend is still really cringe, and I would like it to be banned, but it's not, and that's just the world we live in. Last 2 hours you would play. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that, Valley? But like, if we go and take a look at the list, like this is like the lists that we were seeing, right? Like this was just Kai. I can't read the Japanese, but obviously, you know, Psychic was doing really, really well. There's nothing like crazy about this Psychic list. This is kind of just generic. I think most people ended up dropping 1 can Melody, like going forward past this. But yeah, this was, you know, this is basically, you know, this is basically tier 0. Look, Psychic, 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 Psychic. I can't wait for in a couple days when we see this list posted again and it's Gaia, 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 Gaia. Here we go, Metarion. 25 to get to a non-psychic player. And then straight afterwards, 26, we get to Dark Galaxy. Oh my god, they put Floodgates in OCG because that was so fun in Master Rule. Yeah, they put... So, Barrier Statue was actually cringe. And the reason why is obviously Barrier Statue like stops cards from being played, right? But it wasn't just Barrier Statue, because we also had Legend Strike, which we're seeing play in every single deck. And this card says Special Summon a level 4 monster with 1600 or less attack, or a Legend normal monster from your graveyard. Now you can stop reading there, because this said pay 300 life points, summon Barrier Statue from the graveyard. That's pretty cringe. And then we also had Executee Riding. Okay, so Executee Riding. This card says, when your opponent normal or special summons an effect monster face up, special summon 1 monster with an attack less than or equal to that monster's from your graveyard to your field in face up attack position. So what this let you do was this let you summon Barrier Statue of the Inferno on your opponent's turn, which is even more fun, isn't it? Because like your opponent, like they activate Dark Hole. Okay, Barrier Statue's gone. I'll start comboing off. Executee Riding. It's back. Deal with it. So this is why Barrier Statue was such a problem, because it was a very easy to play card. It was just level 4 monster, right? So you just put it in anything. Just summon it and tribute it off. But then you could also spam it back with Legend Strike, Executee Riding, keep it around just forever and ever and ever, and your opponent just never gets a special summon. Which is not very engaging. Drop your cans. What do you mean, drop my cans? What do you want from me, Manicus? You're gonna have to explain that to me. I don't know if that's slang and lingo I'm not familiar with. I did almost a 4-hour stream and went from 5k to 24 and stopped because I got sick and actually had fun and wasn't annoyed with KC Cup. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. Konami be Konamiing, exactly. Hello, Pablo Blade. There is traps in Rush. Yes, there are lots of them. We just don't have any of them. Some of them are actually pretty good. This was a generic trap for a long time. This card is really good as well. Just like when your opponent normal or special summons an effect monster, make 2 monsters on your opponent's field is 1800 attack. That's just good. Like, you could play this now and stop getting OTK'd from like a lot of decks. Like, imagine your opponent like summons out their Gaia, and then let's say they start out with Swift. Let's try and play around this nicely. So they summon out Swift, you hold. Then they summon out like a Metarian card. Then you flip Execute Your Riding, get a body back, and then reduce both the attack of their monsters. Now, your chances of getting OTK'd are much lower. So it's actually really quite nice. But crazy, right? You wouldn't be able to tell from Duel Links. I'd love Executives to ride me. Yeah. I'm not gonna dispute you. I'm gonna say, you know, Ray, you're the kind of person, I think, that will speak their mind, and I respect that. I respect that. Did that trap ever get hit on the ban list? Executee riding, I don't think this one did. Because this wasn't the problem, and this eventually just got power crept by stronger trap cards. So, like, it didn't, like, stick around that long. This was, like, big for, like, 2 or 3 months, and then kind of stopped seeing play. I stopped at 4K because I love the 50 gems for dailies, and my internet love going monkey mode. I mean, at 4K, you've got nothing to lose, right? Like, you're going to be in, like, top 10K. You'll get rewards for it. Like, it's fine. That would help a lot versus Metarion. The only problem with riding is you have to use it at the right time, right? Because like, if your opponent just, like, immediately slaps down Ashura Star, you're kind of forced to use this then. Because even if they're not going to hit it, they might hit it. So you kind of have to use it then. And then you don't get to use it on 2 different monsters, which kind of sucks. But, like, you know, that's called having a decision point. Making a important decision that could affect the rest of the game. It could show a difference in skill between you and your opponent. But we wouldn't want to see that, would we? We'd hate to see that. But yeah, some of these traps, like, I don't know, let's take a look. We'll hit traps up, and then we'll go to unreleased, and we'll see what pops up here. So, I mean, none of this matters. This is all a bunch of wank. This was a staple for a little bit. This was a very, very, very early staple, so we are already well past the point where this card would see main deck play. But this card did see a little bit side deck play. So when your opponent normal summons a level 3 or lower effect monster, destroy that monster. This was specifically good into some very specific cards. There were a lot of like staple monsters people would play, and you could just use to pop them. It also does work against some fusion material, but not a lot. This card saw a bit of play, Abyssal Mono, right? But we're not at that stage yet, so that doesn't really matter. Dinosaur traps. Give us the dinosaur traps, Konami. No one's playing dinosaurs. Give us the dinosaur traps. That'd be sick. When your opponent normal summons a level 7 or higher monster, this turn one face at level 7 or higher, dinosaur type monster on your field gains 1500 attack and cannot be destroyed with your opponent's card effects. This doesn't do anything. This basically just says, my, like, Super King Rex or my maximum is probably going to live this turn. That's kind of all it does. Like, it doesn't change your opponent's guys to defense. It doesn't flip them down. It doesn't lower their attack. It doesn't pop their guy. It just basically says my guy's going to hopefully live the turn. I don't see why we can't have that. Then we have like Battle Demotion. I get why we don't have this, because giving just machines access to a trap like this is really good, but this is also a really good trap. Change something to defense position. Again, this is change something to defense position, but this is a Beast Warrior Fiend and Machine again, so again, just an extra trap for machines. Might seem a little bit unfair, but I can kind of get behind that. Bruku Hearted Pigeon. This card actually saw a ridiculous amount of play when Harpies became meta in OCG. So as soon as Harpies got like really good, people played this because it's just really good. When you put normal or special summons a level 5 or higher monster face up, or you have a face up wing beast like monster in your field, change an attack position monster on your opponent's field to defense position. Just changing a monster to defense on summon is really, really good. This was especially good because we had cards like Mirage Dragon and Pitch Black Werewolf that turn off your trap cards in the battle phase. So reacting to summons of your opponent's fusion monsters was really, really important. Konami love giving us outdated cards, apparently so. Give us Upstart Cycling for Dinos, Konami. Give us the Dinosaur Fusion. Like, we've already power crept past the point of the Dinosaur Fusion being remotely playable. Give it to us anyway. Like, what else are we going to do with it? Lamau, Konami, give us something for dinosaurs for both speed and rush. Please give us speed dinosaurs as well. Now I understand why we still don't have Beast Gear World. It's surely because of Animagica. Really smart move, Konami. I mean, potentially. Like, there are just so many cool cards that we just don't have. And some of them are, like, really ridiculous, right? Some of them are, like, actually kind of busted. And then some of them are just kind of fine. Like, I don't think we're going to get Dark Rev. Because this card's kind of nuts. But, like, we could probably have Crisis at the Sacred Tower. Like, this is probably fine. This card would definitely come out in a bundle. Like, there's no way they'd give it to us full power. But, you know, it is what it is. Pigeons! I'd say they're scared of releasing good cards, but then I remember the format we in. It's one of those weird things where they haven't actually given us the good Gaia cards. Like, the fusions they've given us are really good. But, like, we still haven't got Veteran Curse of Dragon. Which is, like, the actual... Like, this is the card that makes Gaia actual busted in OCG. So if you have no monsters on your field, special summon this from your hand. So this is Cyber Dragon. This is Cyber Dragon with 100 less attack and defense. That also has battle-tested Gaia's effect. You just get to cheat this out. It's like basically saying, you now don't have to play your Curse of Dragons. Instead, you play this. Now, the trade-off is you now need to play Gaia the Fierce Knight. The benefit now is that Gaia the Fierce Knight is a Secret Order target. So now you can play Secret Order, like, effectively, whilst also playing this, which gets itself out for free. You're going to, ideally as well, in the, like, the OCG version of this deck, you'd have, like, Ship of 7 Treasures, which is discard level 7, draw 2, effectively. There's a bit more to it, but I don't need to explain it. So you just filter through your Gaias, turn them into draw power, and then get out your Curse of Dragon and go into that, right? King Dino skill would be nice, exactly. Not a fan of favorite pro tag deck or nostalgia bait. They ain't giving us. True. The issue becomes Konami won't give us any traps so far at full power. Wow, really? There's way more. There's way more. Holy, and so damn, that's busted. Oh, it basically always is draw your only one trap and pray it isn't hit. They didn't realize the busted card. So Gaia Tier 0 coming here soon. I mean, we don't know about soon, but like it definitely could, right? We're in Tier 0, like, imagine we have that Lamau. If we had this, it would actually be busted, right? Gaia good without the OP cards, Harpy was good without the OP cards, Batarian also got a bunch and already is good. 54k for the first place now, bruh. I mean, that's just gonna happen, right? It's just gonna happen. The other thing is, we also have, this. We don't have that good trap card. This card is just, like, flat out good. When your opponent normal summons a monster where you have a face-up level 7 monster with 2100 defense. So this includes the fusions. This includes Gaia itself. This includes Dark Magician. Change a face-up monster your opponent's field to face-down defense positions. This is Book of Moon. And then if you have Gaia the Dragon Champion, this is the reason to summon Gaia the Dragon Champion typically. Face-up on your field, destroy one face-down card in your opponent's field. So this is also kind of broken. And then there's the field spell. I can't remember what the card is called. This one. Dark Battlegrounds. This card's also really cool. This card never saw a lot of competitive play, but would be busted in Duel Links. So while this card is face up in the field zone, face up monsters on your field with 2100 original defense, gain 500 attack. So already, all of your Gaia cards and Dark Magician now have plus 500 attack. Okay, that's pretty good. And Gaia the Fierce Knight and Gaia the Dragon Champion gain piercing, which is so good, bro. Because now, you don't even need to fuse, right? You can just play, like, Secret Order with the vanilla Gaias. Your vanilla Gaias are now 2800 pierces. And then if you Secret Order them out, they get a bonus 700, so they're now 3500 attack pierces. Which is so ridiculous, bro. It's so good. But there's so many, like, good Gaia cards that aren't even, like, they're not even seeing play in OCG because they're just not cutting it. Make Gaia pure and they are fine. I don't know about fine. They would be weaker than they are now. They would probably be competing with Hero and Dragons and Psychics. They would still probably end up being the best deck, just because you basically get to cheat out 2 fusions very easily. Like, very easily. It's not too difficult to get out 3 fusions with the deck in one turn. Plus 600 with the skill, now you get a game ender. True. Field spell is kind of nuts. We complaining about Konami could have made it worse. I mean, they absolutely could have made it so much worse. Field spell power crept their own boss monster neat. It's just, it's funny. Because we also don't have the catapult turtle stuff. Which is the other, like, part of the Gaia support. I guess we'll look at these quickly. So launch Catapult Turtle. So level 5, okay, that's bad. But its first thing is, if you have no attack position monsters on your field, so not even no monsters, just no attack position monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand face up to the field. So you can have monsters, but as long as you don't have any attack position monsters, you get to cheat this out. Send one face-up fusion monster from your field to the graveyard. Any fusion monster. Destroy a spell trap on your opponent's field. Okay, so that's not typically going to be a good exchange. But if we sent Gaia the Dragon Champion... Or sorry, if we have Gaia the Dragon Champion, so we only need to have summoned that once, get it into the graveyard. We don't even need to be sending that to the graveyard. You can destroy any card on the opponent's field. Which is already, like, pretty gross. Tomato already saw me get sacked by a person summoned 3 fusions in one turn. I mean, I've done it several times to my opponents. Like, it's not difficult. Yeah, pop 2. You pop a... I mean, to be fair, it's pop 2, but you do have to give up a fusion monster. So, like, you know, if you could make the argument that a fusion monster is a lot of investment, except in this deck, where you could make a... You could just go summon Veteran Curse of Dragon, activate the effect, 1 card fusion, use the effect of, let's say, Conqueror of Champions, pop an opponent's back row, then immediately send it to the graveyard, pop another back row, pop a monster. Super Heavy Samurai would love this card. True. Wait, that turtle plays around some battle position traps. It does. Yay, imagine more back row removal in Mythari and Gaia. But then there's also Catapult Baby Turtle. Send a card from your hand to the graveyard, shuffle 2 monsters from your opponent's graveyard into the deck, then you can special summon Gaia the Dragon Champion or an Aqua monster with 2000 defense. So this is just get a free Gaia the Dragon Champion from your graveyard, or get back launch a Catapult Turtle from your graveyard. Which is just, again, so good. Again, these cards never saw a ton of competitive success, but in Duel Links, these would be nuts, right? Actually just nuts. Right, like the little baby. The Catapult Baby Turtle. His little catapult on his back. But. Now, we have been yapping a lot, but I really want to play Capsule Monsters, guys. I really want to play Capsule Monsters. So, I think we're going to go play Capsule Monsters now. As much as I know, a lot of people are really excited about GRF. People want to watch GRF play. There are going to be other people playing GRF. So, like, if you were just here for... very specifically the Rush stuff, and if you were here just for GRF, thank you for sticking around this long and hearing me yap and complain about Gaia and talk about how much worse it could have been. But we are now going to be swapping over to playing some Capsule Monsters. Because this is a game we have been wanting to play for so long. We've been a whole week without us playing this. So we are going to be swapping over. We're also going to have to get rid of that, because that overlay is going to be right in the way. Haha. But we are going to be playing this. If you want to chill and watch us play Capsule Monsters, obviously, you know, more than welcome. But I understand a lot of people aren't here for this. They're not super interested in this, but I really like this, so we're going to be playing this for a bit. There's Slime Poly also on Aqua, if that sees play in OCG. Slime Poly also in Aqua. It is, but I don't think it has the right requirement to work with it. Right now they have to give us a broken stuff for older decks. I want stuff for Harpies and Blue Eyes. Is this a bit loud? I mean, you guys tell me, does this sound too loud to you? So we can totally change it if it is too loud. I mean, not from here, apparently. It's absolutely too loud. Yeah, because it's too loud for me. So usually that would mean it would be too loud for you guys. How's that? Is that a bit more chill? Because this now sounds a bit chill for me. Pokemon! This is Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon! This is Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon. Kind of. So the first thing we're going to do, I guess, is just hop straight into a game. So I'll be able to show you what this is. So this is Capsule Monsters, right? This is Pokemon Yu-Gi-Oh! But on like a Season 0 chessboard. So this is our current setup. We're playing against 3 baddies. What's your attack range? You got 3 in front. What's your attack? So you could just immediately come down and swing at me. That's not ideal for me. we will just advance and stay, and that'll just be us done. Since he has the exact same attack pattern, we will move this to the side, and then we will attack it. So basically, we get to move one piece each turn. Oh yeah, we have to roll dice to see if our attacks connect. So we rolled a 92, so he dodged it, because he had... our percentage chance to hit was lower than 92. So now we can move this up here. So what this can do is this can attack all of these zones. But if you look here, on top of our Mega Zowler, we have the little sword icon. What that means is it is also in range for an attack. So we're going to do a double up team attack on this. So we have 100% accuracy, which means we only don't hit if we roll like a 95, I think. So because we got a double up team attack, we did a crap ton of damage. Absolute crap ton of damage. Pokemon Capsule Red? Exactly. Now we're starting to understand. So this is basically like the gameplay loop of the game, but when we got to the first boss fight of the game, it basically changed. It got a bit weird. So it put us into like a D&D map, and we had Mokuba Kaiba kind of narrating a D&D campaign. Alright, we did manage to kill everything, so that's pretty chill. What? That doesn't count? No! So we're just going to play against everyone one time, and then we're just going to advance to the next stage. Have you heard of a psychic losing a game? Battle? Yes. Alright, let's see what our next opponent's got for us. We're just going to keep using our preset formation. Okay, he's got 3 Bigfoot. Bigfoot's kind of a powerful one. How do fields work? So basically, if you are on a tile that has an advantage to you. So for example, this one is Killer Needle. Killer Needle, as you can see, next to C at the top, it says FRST. That means forest. But there's no forest here, which means I can't get a bonus. This, though, this is Axe Raider. He gets a boost on Sogan, and all of this is Sogan. But he can only attack to the side. So, like, he has a field power bonus, but he's not in a great spot to be able to use it. So we'll advance him up anyway. And then we'll just pass because he's not in range of attacking anyone. So we don't want to advance too aggressively. So we're going to move the dinosaur up. Because Mega Zowler is like, it's almost in range. So here is probably a good chance to just get an attack in. We'll use Horn Charge. 91, so it's going to be a miss. Which is a little bit disappointing, but it is what it is. Now he can attack us back. He has put himself in a really weird spot here. As is, he can just attack us. I think here... I mean, he's probably going to move down to us either way. So I think we're going to move this up. Then we will just attack. He's got 94% accuracy. We do hit him. We are going to do 21 damage, which is not bad. So because his guys can only attack diagonally, so he can attack both of my guys, but he can only attack with one each turn. And it's going to be hard for him to get... Oh, he got a 99, which is a fumble, which means he hurts himself. It's like in Pokemon where you attack yourself in confusion. Alright, so now we will move you up 1. And then you can attack, and you're going to get a bonus. Because he's in the field, he's on Sogan, so he gets a bonus for that. And because Killer Needle is in range of an attack as well, he'll get an extra bonus to that. And we got a 4, which is a critical hit, so this is going to do a lot. 114 damage is actually disgusting. There's actually a disgusting amount of damage. So he can't attack, again, because he can only attack diagonally. So he could attack me if I was here, but he can't attack where he is now. So I'm going to move this here, and then we're going to attack. And this is going to, again, be a team-up attack, because both of my guys are in range. And that is going to be another dead Bigfoot. Muscle Punch. So he has a 58% chance to hit. He got a 49, which means he hits. So what I kind of want to do is move up to here and attack here. And the reason we do this is because I could move my Killer Needle over and it would be able to attack, but then he can attack both of my guys in the same turn, which is really not great. Bumbo feels like the Gen 1 Pokemon unintended missing attacks. It kind of is. It's meant to be more like in like Dungeons and Dragons, right? You can just like roll like a nat 1 and that will always be a miss no matter what. It's like a critical miss. So it's meant to feel like that. But yeah, I do get what you're saying. Hehehe. This can't be. I'm psychic. Alright, this looks to be Mako. Yugi, let's duel. You're the catch I'm talking about. Oh, Mako. I was getting bored hooking small fish. I won't let you get away. Okay, I accept your challenge. Right, we're just going to absolutely shit on Mako right now. Ooh. Okay, he's got Kyryu Shin at the back there, which is actually kind of a problem for me. How do we want to approach this? How do we want to approach this? This is actually a really annoying setup. Right, we're going to advance and stay here. I need to get that guy at the back. The guy at the back is a big problem. This is what he does. He does this. Which, as you're about to see, is pretty rough. Oh, 94. That's actually huge for us. So he does this. He covers the whole screen and gives everyone an epileptic fit. It does make sense being like the D&D mechanic, yeah. So luckily he missed, but that attacks just everyone on the entire board. Which is like so nutty. Right, we will advance and we will get an attack in here with Poison Sting. We do 28 damage. Right, we're going to advance over this way. And the reason why is because we could go up and attack the jellyfish, but I want him to use things that aren't his Kyryu Shin. Because if he just uses Kyryu Shin every turn, he's going to absolutely bully me. So we'll go ahead and attack the Kraken. 10 is not a crit. It has to be lower than 10. Basically, it has to be like a single-digit number. Goes at us with the Kraken again. He'll get a double attack because we're in range of the... Oh no, we're not in range of the jellyfish. I think that was literally just a field power bonus. So we're swinging here. We do get the hit. We have a lot of agility, which means our attack rate is up. Now, he has lost 2 guys, which now there's like a 50-50% chance that he does just attack us with Kyryu Shin, which is something we really don't want. The more he uses the jellyfish, the more we don't really give a shit. Jellyfish doesn't do a lot of damage. Kyryu Shin attacks everything, so that it has a potential to do a lot of damage. But now, we can just use Killer Needle to start bullying Kyryu Shin. Jellyfish is going to get at us again. 58% accuracy. Does whiff it. So we have been getting quite lucky here as well, which is really good, because like this game also, by the way, has permadeath. So if your opponents... Yeah, if your guys die, for whatever reason, they are just gone forever. Now, there are some caveats to that. Like, I think if you wipe on a boss, it basically counts as, like, it didn't count, so just go again. But outside of that... Right, so that should be Mako done. You lose guys permanently? That's very interesting. Yeah, basically. So you can get more, though, right? So there are these capsule machines, like this one here. And basically, if you use it, you can put star chips into it, and it will spit out capsules. So you can, like, trade your progress for, like, more monsters. But then you have to, like, level them up again. Oh, Yugi, how are you feeling? Does this mean you want to battle me again? Let's go. Right, after this, we're going to just try and advance the story. That is the plan. We'll see how it goes. But I really don't know what happens. If it's just going to be D&D campaigns the whole way up. Or if, like, just that D&D was just Mokuba's thing. We also don't know. We know there are 4 Dark Masters. We don't know who the next one is. The first one was Mokuba. Which, in Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0, Mokuba was, like, the capsule monster guy. So, like, that in itself made me think that he would probably be, like, the final Dark Master, but... 27 damage. Alright, we'll move over here. We'll attack the ant again. His big insect. Get him for 30 damage. I guess we'll just have to go here, which is not ideal because we're not getting a field power bonus here, but it's anywhere we can attack him. Another 10. Still not a 9. If it was 9, that would actually be really, really good, but it's not 9. He's retreating. We'll get him with a Killer Needle. Hit him for 29, and that is a insect player defeated. I lost everything! Alright, so now we will be inserting star chips and then advancing to the next boss. So, again, I have no idea what this is going to be like. If this is like the last one, it will be another like D&D campaign. And we'll see what happens there. Speaking of Gokiball, I now have 2. Nice! So I got my 3rd Ants Giving. So now all I need is the 3rd Gokiball, and that's me done. It's funny seeing Killer Needle bully everything. It basically just comes down to its attack. Hits like 3 in front of it in a line, which is like really, really good. Right. Who have we got here? Who have we got? Is that Weevil? That looks kind of like Weevil. Ah, Yugi! Weevil, what are you doing here? I'm the Dark Master who protects the 2nd floor. I've been waiting for you. I can't call myself MC Champion if I don't defeat you. But, Yugi, I thought long and hard about strategy to defeat you. Yuck, yuck, yuck. And I just figured it out. This is my strategy. Yugi, stay away. Is that Mokuba? Not Mokuba. Is that Bakura? What's with the hat? Bakura!
Yo, yo, yo. I hold the captive's life in the palm of my hand.
Gah. Oh yeah, all our friends have been kidnapped. Don't worry about that. Long and hard. The only time that Weevil has been a master of anything. Weevil, the way you do things is disgusting.
Remember this. Your mental state means everything when it comes to dueling.
We're not going to duel, are we? We're just going to, like, MC fight.
With your friends held hostage, how could you possibly beat me?
Enough of your nonsense. If you're to be my opponent, I like my odds.
Fine, let's duel.
Okay, it looks like we're in RPG world again. There's a lot more places, though, it looks like.
Yugi, you're now an adventurer in my monster world. You and your monsters wander the land. You have come to a deep forest with dense trees all around.
Okay.
The adventurer delves deeper into the forest. Just then...
I got you. Megazowla! He stole my Megazowla! You prick! Do I just lose Megazowla now?
Oh no! The adventurer's precious monster has been stolen by a bandit. You must quickly track the thief and get the monster back. That's the goal of this adventure.
He's just gone. He's just gone. Okay. I guess we're gonna put Big Insect in the party now? I mean, that kind of sucks. Megazowla is just gone. This feels like Season 0, so a 10 will probably destroy his mind. We can only hope. We can only hope. I'm the lumberjack who lives in these woods. This forest is called Bandit Forest. Why do you live in Bandit Forest? True to its name, these woods are plagued by bandits. They prey upon travelers, so watch out. I could have, like, used that information a little while ago, though. Okay, what does the sign say? You have to read it from the front. No, we're just, it's not even a readable sign. Literal bait sign. Let's go to town.
You've reached a forest hamlet named Log.
Named Log? Come on, Weevil, mate. You gotta come up with better names than this. Welcome to Log Village. Thank you.
Your precious monster was stolen by bandits. How unfortunate. The forest bandits are an evil group that terrorizes these woods.
The table has been wiped very clean. It's very important to check every table. These days, there are fewer monsters around here. It seems the bandits have been capturing all the monsters. What could they be planning, I wonder?
My little monster was also kidnapped by the forest bandits. Wah.
The table has been wiped very clean. Oh, that tiny bush is getting in my way. The bandits' hideout is in the moss forest. There are 2 routes to get there. One route is to go north through the waterside meadows. Another route is to go through the west cave. Okay. The table has been wiped very clean. Hey, did you know there's a moth monster somewhere in the woods that's bigger than a mountain? Okay, that's important information.
The forest bandits are rumored to be plotting something sinister, such as rousing the most ghastly monster to terrorize the world. Oh, if only someone could stop them.
Yeah, I'll give it a go. There's a pot here. There's nothing inside. I would really like to check the pot behind you, sir. Now, do you move? You do move. There's a pot here. Inside was an attack capsule. Okay, so we actually did get an attack capsule. That's like a stat buff, I think. Perfectly ultimate great moth in the forest. It would make sense, right? I mean, I don't really want to go in a cave.
You've reached the waterside meadows. Every 8 steps, roll the dice for a 40% chance at a monster encounter.
Oh, well, there's a monster encounter immediately. Ready for random encounters. Bug. So he'll come down and then attack me. Big insect attacks with ant punch. So he didn't crit me at least. I did 7 damage. That's not a ton of damage. Axe Raider attacks with spitting slash. 26 damage. Hits me with an ant punch. 55. Does get the hit for another 7. I can't get anyone else from range this turn. And we're probably going to keep tanking him. So it's not a big issue. Or Great Moth. It could be Great Moth as well. 13. 24 damage. Nice, easy kill. You defeated the enemy monster. 2 EXP. Heck yeah. Oh, capsule. A monster has appeared. It's a kraken. So we'll move up with Axe Raider because Axe Raider gets a bonus in Sogen. Now he could move down and then he gets to attack me. He does whiff it though. And now that we can get next to him, we are in basically like the perfect position. Spinning Slash! And he gets an attack power boost thanks to Sogen. He almost missed that attack. Being Kraken attacks, because he basically attacks all around him. Goes to the 42, gets a 9 hit on us. Which again is fine, we don't care about that. Axe Raider's pretty tough. We'll use Spinning Slash, and we will just simply clear out the Kraken.
Fiend Kraken!
We've defeated the enemy monster. Now we can get this. Speed Capsule, okay. 52, so we avoid an encounter. 80, so we avoid an encounter. 29, so we have a fight. Let's see what he's got. Basic insects and a big insect, okay. Let's go with Axe Raider again. So Axe Raider can still get like bonuses here. Hello, Icy. How's it going? How's the Capsule Monsters going? The Capsule Monsters is going well. We haven't been playing very long, but I do really enjoy this game. He's attacking big insect. What the heck is his attack range? And why is he attacking with fire? He's a mad lad. We'll get him with an Ant Punch. Yeah, I really enjoy this style of game. Like, I really... Oh, we got a crit. I really enjoy, like, tactical games. It's a shame as well that the GRF is on. Because, like, I have been enjoying playing the GRF, but I also kind of just want to play this because this is really fun as well. Another big whiff. We take those. So we will advance our ant, and then we will attack into the basic insect. 92%. But yeah, how are you doing, IC? Critical hit with the 1. It's not a double. If we get a double 0, we get a super critical. But we've only had one of those once. Come over and attack with our field power boosted. And we got another crit. Jesus, we're getting all the crits today. I'm good. Good, goody, goody, good. I saw that you did a stream where you were climbing in the GRF. I assume you haven't played much of Stage 2. Was this just where we were originally? A monster appeared, okay. I need to, like, double check my bearings. Basic insect just hanging out up there. Got max for the gems. Yeah, I did the same thing on my speed account yesterday. So I was like, I just kind of want the gems on it. The thing is, I'm getting to the point where I keep spending my speed gems on just like random stuff. Because I'm just waiting for like new product to come out. But I don't know when we're expecting new speed product. Like, will it be straight after GRF? So I mean, that would be ideal for me. 76. Is that a bandit? A sacrifice is needed for the Great Moth to evolve into its final form. If I don't find a sacrifice quick, I'll be in big trouble. What is a sacrifice anyway? It just repeats that, okay. I've heard this format is rough for rush. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where I think it just depends on the type of player you are. I think the majority are the type of players that don't like tier 0 formats, so I think we might get a structure in a few days and a box at the end of the month. End of the month? That's like 2 weeks away, come on. I need to spend my gems like now. I mean, I can't be too upset by that, but I can be irrationally upset. How much damage is that? 7. 7 is not awful. We do have to be a little bit careful here, though, because he's a little bit frail. The other thing is, what I really want is I mean, we're getting Springans at some point, right? And I do quite like Springans, and I am looking forward to playing them, but, like, I want dinosaurs. I'm waiting for, like, all those dinosaur cards to come out. $21, $28. Dead insect. So now he'll probably move his big insect down one. No, he's not. He's just going to attack with that one. Surely they will come. I mean, we've been hoping they were going to come out for like months and months though at this point. So it's like, I mean, I hope, but do we got Lars leaked or not so long ago? We do got Lars leaked. Which one's Lars? Oh, I'm getting crit. Oh, 22. Am I gonna die? I think we might lose our needle here because of that crit. There's not really anything we could do about it. He's got 32 life. I think we just have to crit him back. I think we're just gonna lose this guy. There's nothing we can really do about it. He has to crit miss us. 58. So if he rolls 59 or higher, we live. Otherwise, this guy's dead. Oh, we live. We out here living. We out here living. And don't forget, this is permadeath. So if he dies, he's gone. Super crit! 69. Nice. Lars is the newer rank 6 evil czar. Ah, right. I mean, if we do get, like, dinosaur pile deck, we will probably be playing the evil czar XC's monsters, right? Like, regardless, I don't think there's a world in which we don't. Alright, this should be the other side of the water. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, God, that means there's a whole area I didn't explore. I think I have to go back now. It is Weevil time. It is indeed Weevil time. We are currently in Weevil World. 69 super crit. Nice. Exactly. Axe Raid is kind of annoying to fight this, so I think we're actually going to just keep using... The issue is Axe Raider can only attack to his side, but his guy can only attack to the, like, diagonally. So, like, it would be really awkward to try and, like, fight with this. But, like, this guy, I can fight him back even if he's trying to attack me. Like, we can both just now stand here and slap each other. What happened to Gumbo? Gumbo's still around. Gumbo is in the back pocket for if we need him. Ah, 11 damage. This guy hurts a lot, man. 11? I mean, he should just die here, but... I mean, we can have a quick look at our guys. Fleur buff. What's not a fleur buff at this point? I mean, basically. It's one of those weird ones where it'd be really cool to get... like, because Dinosaur is basically just like a pile deck. There's not really an archetype there. Like, obviously there's like the Eva tiles, right? That's not really a Dinosaur archetype. There's, what was the fusion one? Dino... I can't remember what they were called. There's like the Dinomorphia? Dinomorphia. There's the Dinomorphias. Those could be pretty cool to come out. Damn, I missed some and the whole thing is different. So we've got Dinosaur Wing. We still have him. We've got Gumbo. He's still around. We've got Eyemouth. We've got Bigfoot. We've got Winged Dragon guarding the fortress number 1. But we're also on Axe Raider. We're on Killer Needle. And we're on Flower Man. There are other guys. We just vibing with them. One of our guys also got kidnapped. So we have to go and get him back. A bandit came and snatched our Megazowler, which is our big dinosaur. Which is very rude, because it's my dinosaur. Like, why would you take my dinosaur? We still have Dinosaur Wing. But Dinosaur Wing is, like, a little bit awkward to use sometimes, so... 21, so it's going to be a fight. Where is number 2, though? I mean, we haven't found him yet. He might be around. More of these. Alright, let's try and get our Ant into the fray, because Ant can potentially do a lot here. So we could move his Ant down. He's not going to. So we're going to advance this way and see what he does. Moves over there. And then he does go for an attack on us here. So that's fine. So we'll move here. And we're going to attack here. Because he has a really weird like attack pattern. And now he could either just attack us back with his Ant. Or he could move the basic insect over and go for a double attack. Okay, he's doing this. Still only attacks once. There's not really a reason to do that, but that's fine. It suits us. We will just attack to the side because we can. That was a crit. And that's him dead. So now he can either move his Ant down and attack us, or he can move his... Okay, he's going to use the insect to attack Axe Raider because of reasons, I guess. Oh, he does attack in like a frontal cone. Okay, I mean, that's a little bit annoying for us, but we'll be fine. Let's start beating him up. Not a crit, but still decent amount of damage. And then he just passes his turn. Well, I mean, you have to retreat backwards if you don't want to get attacked, otherwise you're always getting hit. Hits us for 1. We're so tanky, bro. We're actually unbelievably tanky. Let's see how much damage we hit him back for. He should be just as tanky, but we're a higher level. So, yeah, we still get 22 in. Ant punch. Go on, hit me for 1. I dare you. I double dare you. Ant punch, go! Alright, So we really just want to find out what's over here, and then we go back to where we were. If there's nothing here, it's nothing. Ah, that stings. Okay, so we just came all the way back here for no reason whatsoever, and we get into another counter. But like, we had to know, right? We had to find out. We'll move here. Can't you go down with the water? So that's where we came from, so we don't need to go back down there. We basically were like trying to find all the dead ends, right? To make sure we found all the items. If he moves that jellyfish over one to the right, he's going to get a triple attack on me. Right, he moved it to the left, which is fine. Oh no, he wouldn't have been in... No, it's not the range. I'm thinking of his attack as a different range. That should be 2 dead Krakens. And he's just running away. So there's nowhere he can run now, so no matter what we get hit on him... we simply attack. Get in for 27. Alright. Now, hopefully, we'll get some nice low, or high rolls, I suppose, so that we get low encounter rate. Because right now, grinding these mobs ain't really doing much for us. Ugh. It's just kind of just using a lot of time. I think the best bet is just for us to use whoever has the highest chance of just landing hits. And that is going to be this guy. He has the highest agility, and his attack range is just 3 in front of him. Which combined just makes Killer Needle the best one for attacking these. Let's move him over this way, actually. Because this way, if he retreats or moves to the side, we can still hit him. Poison Sting. 24 damage, so we can kill him next turn. Because he's only got 32 health. He'll move over here, he'll attack us. We'll probably do like 7 damage. He's going to miss anyway, so that's fine then. Hit him with a Poison Sting. Alright. Axe Raider gained a level. Good job, Axe Raider. We already went that way. So that should be backwards, so I guess we got here.
You've reached the Moss Forest. Every 7 steps, roll a dice of 40% chance of a monster encounter.
Actually, should we go back? Because like, there's probably going to be items in here, right?
You've reached the Cave of Darkness.
Every 6 steps? Yikes. Okay. I have a feeling that we're going to get into a lot of fights in here. Let's see what Weevil's got for us. Just going to hide. Advance again. If you could just attack me, that'd be great. No, remove. Okay. No, I can only attack one of you at a time. Let's move here, and then attack that. Take that, Gocky Ball. Okay, so because he's moved there, I can now attack both at the same time, which means this should go a little quicker. Destroy that Gocky Ball. He's got to go. He's got to go. If he's not in my collection at 3 copies, he just has to go. He's running away. Get back here, you little git. Take the power of my ant punch. Yeah. I just had someone DC glitch me. What a joke. That's pretty cringe, bro. Oh. Maybe we can't double back through here. Preset formation. It's the Yugi turn. Alright, we'll just attack from here, right? We get a field power bonus. He's on 3 life. We couldn't quite finish him. So is anyone in chat currently playing in the GRF? Like right now. Like literally, like I'm the background music as you're just playing GRF. Obviously it sounds like Manicust is. It's fine, I've got their Konami ID and I've reported them. Unfortunately that means you're not going to get your points back. Which does still kind of suck, but... Killer Needle gained level, Flower Man gained level. Just going to be Ant lagging behind. Yeah, how's your run looking, Serena? Have you got a goal in mind? Are we looking for like top 1000, top 500, top 100, top 10? I think we'll just advance you up. Advance up again. Hit him with an ant punch. Ooh, big crit. So that should end the fight immediately. Take that, Gocky Balls.
Another monster encounter. Release me.
The only issue is if this guy moves over to the side, it's gonna get really annoying. Don't know why, but Ant Punch is just so funny to me. Well, typically Ant's not really known for punching, so I can understand why. Thank you for moving there. You've made my life a lot easier.
Spinning slash.
I'm not, like, quite strong enough that I can, like, one-shot these guys, which have just, like, cut so much time out, but... You defeated the enemy monster. Right, we're just going to advance forward. I think trying to double back is going to be kind of a pain. Not really something we're wanting to do right now. Ants have multiple hands, and they are strong for it. Is that the boss?
Huh? You're the guy whose monster I stole, aren't ya? You followed me all this way, impressive, huh? But now it's too late. The monster I stole from you will be used as a sacrifice to evolve Great Moth into its final form. Ha ha ha. Before the world is destroyed, I'll show you something I've been working on.
What does that mean? Okay. Level 3. So that's not too bad. 50 health is not too bad. His stats are also kind of weak. But he attacks in a direct line. Okay. So we'll advance you up. We'll see what he does. He didn't attack for, like, no reason at all.
He's using the Moth Tornado.
How much is that doing? 1. Okay, yeah. Our defense on our basic insect is actually disgusting. Or big insect, even. Like, if we go and take a look at his stat, he has 21 defense. 21 is a actual ridiculous number. All I see is Buzzwole from Pokemon.
That's not a tornado, it's a Kamehameha.
True. He even has the wind-up as well. Am I misremembering, or in the anime, didn't Great Moth attack with, like, spores or something? Like, it, like, covered everything in, like, poison or something, right?
Omega Laser!
Get punched. Right, one more hit and it will die. So this is definitely not, like, the final form, right? Actually, if this thing attacks in a straight line, and it covers the entire map, and it's not in its final form, what is its final form going to do?
Arg, my experiment failed, but now this, its final form is much stronger than this. Just a little more and the ultimate evolution will occur, ensuring the world's demise. Your monster will soon be offered to the Great Moth. Resistance is futile. This forest is too dense to escape. Before you know it, the Great Moth will evolve into its final form. Ha 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 ha!
Bye.
This forest has several routes to reach the Great Moth. You might reach the Great Moth before its final evolution by taking the shortest route. If you take less direct route, the Great Moth will have already evolved into its final form. Once you've entered these lost woods, you cannot head back. Reach the moth fast as you can, and save your monster.
Okay. Bakura? Bro? What's going on here?
Hey, Yugi! Bakura, why are you here? I'm here because I wanted to lend a helping hand. Up ahead is a river blocking our way. What to do?
Yeah, me too, bro. So we have a winding path, or we have this little route here.
A monster appeared.
In this one little nook that I'm in. That's my guy! Okay, we'll move over here. Because it's really hard for Axe Raider to attack someone who is to the side like that. Well, we'll stay here. He's going to get a double attack on us, but that's fine. Because we should still be a higher level. So unless he crits us, 12 damage. That's actually not fine. 17 damage! How much health have I got? 47. He's only got 32, so we should kill him in 2 attacks if he doesn't crit us and if we don't whiff. 23. 36. Never mind, we're going to one-shot him, because apparently Killer Needle's defense is really bad. Perfectly ultimate Great Moth. What an obvious path design. It's the goat mirror. Apparently so. It's better than a Gaia mirror though, right? A monster appeared. Stress speed. Make the longer looking path the shorter one. Exactly. Oh, that's a lava moth. Okay, let's move this here. Let's see what he does. Right, he's grouping his guy up. He's using healing. Oh no, the spell didn't work. That's exciting. That's the first time I've seen someone try and heal. True, it's better than a Gaia mirror. Real. I actually quite like Gaia mirrors. Oh, he's critting me! Okay, it's Ant. Ant's gonna not give a shit about that. If it was Killer Needle, he might actually be in danger, but it's not. 100% accuracy, 88, 40 damage, that's a dead lava moth. Basic insect attacks with laser cannon. I've just realised he has laser cannon as his move. I guess we just move this here. We can't attack him, but so he does. Better than psychic mirrors or dragon mirrors? I like psychic mirrors, to be fair. They're like a little bit cumbersome in the sense that they can take a very long time. But like, I do quite like them still. I didn't necessarily like the old psychic mirrors pre-fusion, because then it just felt like whoever just opened the more cracked hand just absolutely obliterated the other one. Big insect being big in all aspects. True. Gaia mirror is actually really fun, and you face a person that sacks you with type change beam. I will agree that type change beam is definitely the elephant in the room. I also do think that the Metarian part of Gaia is like the really like cringe bit. I think just making like Swift is cool. Swift having piercing is obviously really good, and that 3+1 is also really good. But it's like, it's the Metarian side of it that makes it feel like kind of busted. You can cross the river by using the log. Roll the dice to determine where the log will drift to. Drift the log. Okay. Where you going, log? So how do you quote-unquote drift a log? Did I just, like, shunt it? Did I give it, like, a swift kick and just see where it ended up?
A monster appeared.
Ban type change beam? I don't think it's going to get banned, personally. Because we don't have any bans yet, do we? I'm trying to think. The big thing, I think, is... in the same way that in the OCG, they really don't like banning cards. It took them so long to ban a single card. Even when the meta's been in, like, an awful spot. Just drop kick the log. That I don't know if they will ban anything yet. I think they'd rather just, like, keep limiting stuff. Poison Sting. Uh-oh. What happened there? The game just, like, lagged out, bro. We're gonna save after this game.
Electric shock.
Oh, Neo. Only 1 damage. Jellyfish is so weak, bro. It's actually so weak. Too powerful at Poison Sting. True. 90 damage. That should just be a dead jellyfish. I really can't... I just cannot get over how weak jellyfish is. It's so weak. Defense by 2? Bro, this ant I have is insane. 23 defense now. 23. That is actually disgusting. Nothing is ever going to hurt him. Casual quick save, just to make sure. Now I've got to work out where this log went. 9! Damn it. Another fight. The game is poisoned every step it loses HP. Apparently so. The Big Chungus insect. Nothing can defeat Big Chungo. Will we use him for this fight? We're just going to keep moving him up. He's so, like, unkillable that he's now just the tank. Ah, so we do a little sneeze. To excuse my sneeze. Alright, Kraken versus Big Insect. Who win? Kraken gives it a go. Squid submission. 61. Hits me for 1 whole damage.
Ant punch.
Yeah. Couldn't quite one-shot, but... so now we can move this here, and then attack, and this will be a team-up attack, because he's in range of 2 of my guys.
100% accuracy.
I have 2 Ashura and 1 Vritra on board. Let's see if I die in 1 turn. I mean, at that point, I think you only really die to TCB, right? Like, what else convincingly kills you from that perspective, from that position, unless you're, like, low on health? Right, the log is here, so we can go up here. So I don't actually get to choose where I go. What the... what is that? Guys, do you recognize this Yu-Gi-Oh card? Oh, it's Silver Fang. That's Silver Fang? Bro, that don't look like Silver Fang. That is a big-ass range as well. How do we want to approach this? If I step up, he just moves over and hits me. So I want to not move in with something that can mess me up. So we'll do this. Now he moves there. Now he's not in range of anything, but now I can move here and I get the first attack. Oh, I recognize that Yu-Gi-Oh card. That has to be Silver Fang. Apparently so. I thought it was Crocodile level 4, the reptile guy. Oh, Crocodilus? Crocodilus! Everyone remembers Crocodilus. Wow, Duel Links has changed. Hello, Darren! I should really say Fat Stacks. Fat Stacks is someone I know IRL. So people are aware. Hello. Welcome. Yeah, we're playing Capsule Monsters at the moment. From what I understand, people don't usually play in, like, early days collection section, because there isn't one. And most people just stay in Master Duel, so I was like, we're just not going to bother changing over. By the way, and TCB do anything in the OCG? Not really. So there was, I think, I can recall there was one tournament that a Metarian deck won, and it was just the one tournament. Because you got to remember, getting out fusion monsters in OCG is a lot harder than in Duel Links, right? We have skills that fix it. We have 10 less cards in deck. If you just literally have to hard draw out the entire fusion with no plussing whatsoever, it's really hard to do. Taste my poison sting. And that's a super crit. How have we got 2 super crits already on stream? 102 damage. Basic insect comes at us with this laser cannon again. I guess there are also more traps. Yes, I will say though, on average, especially like earlier on in Duel Links, like 3 traps was like quite a lot. Even now, some decks play about 3 traps. But you play a 40 card deck, so when you think about like statistically, the number of cards goes down. But the reason why is because you don't need that many traps when everyone isn't like absolutely sacking. What is going on here? Am I just here? Okay, we're just here. I guess we'll go this way first. 7. Jellyfish and Kraken, okay. It's one of those weird situations where, because we don't have the skills to fix everything, people play more gas to try and get to their fusions or their combo pieces, right? So like it ends up having this really weird knock-on effect where you don't have to worry about getting OTK'd, or at least you didn't. Nowadays, like the modern OCG format, OTKs are a lot more prevalent, but you didn't have to worry about getting OTK'd so much, so people didn't need to play as many trap cards. And the major trap people would play was just Dark Revelation. Like every deck could just play like a spellcaster package, right? Because again, you didn't have skills locking you into stuff. I feel like you'll face the final form of the Great Moth. I mean, potentially. Squid submission. Ah. Which gas is better to play through? Methane or helium? So helium is definitely funnier. But like, when you're trying to like play through something, do you really want like humor or do you want like serious? Because like, methane is definitely like a more serious gas, right? But I guess like, I haven't really thought about the gas meta all that much. Well, that's a dead end. So I couldn't really give you like a good answer, I'm afraid.
A monster appeared.
He's back.
Basic insect uses laser cannon.
Stop using laser cannon, you jerk. I'm coming to get you. You can hit me for 1 damage every round, but it's not going to let you win. $74. Whiff. We advance again. We stay. Right, now no matter what you do, I'm hitting you next turn. We'll move here. We'll attack with this.
And punch.
Why does your Weevil voice sound like your... I assume that's Mokuba voice, and why do they still fit? I wouldn't worry about it too much. It's best just not to, like, think about those sort of questions, I think. Like, at best, you'll get an answer that you don't really like, and at worst, you'll just be, like, dissatisfied. It's Silverfang! We know this now. We haven't needed to use Flower Man at all yet. I suppose it's because, like, we haven't really fought anything challenging yet.
Silverfang attacks.
20... That... I can't do anything about that. I didn't expect to get hit that hard. Which means we might be losing Killer Needle here. Never mind. Okay, we're fine. Oh, thank God Killer Needle hits super hard. Yeah, Killer Needle's defense stat is really bad. But he's only got 11. So by comparison, 11, 23. Right? There's like a massive disparity there. We might have to be a bit more careful with our killing needle rather than like just throwing it at enemies constantly. What's here? Nothing. Okay, there's a capsule there though. Give me that capsule. It was a trap! It's a mimic! You can't just put mimics in my game! It's Silver Abomination. Answer Tomato is the secret voice actor for Weevil and Mokuba. I like to think that my voices sound a bit more like the abridged versions of the characters more than the actual versions. He's casting healing again! HP was restored by 5%. Right, okay. What if I just ant punch you with my ant punch? Oh no. The mimic proceeds to instant kill you. Could you imagine? Should be Lava Moth dead. Now if he goes straight down again, I'm just going to start bullying him with the Axe Raider, I think. 15. This should do a decent chunk, but like not enough to threaten him. Axe Raider's like defense is like okay. Axe Raider spinning slash. Right, he's on 1 HP, I think. I think he has 32 HP. And he's going to attack my needle, but now he's in like range for so many attacks. So just where he is right now, he is in range for, if I move this down one, he is now in range of 3 of my guys. So we're now going to get a triple attack on him. We rolled a 99! Are we going to lose our guy because we rolled a 99? Oh no, he's retreating, he's retreating, he's retreating. Woo! Yeah, that could have been super sketch. Right, we move into Sogan. And then we get double attack bonus. So just do not roll a 99 again, for the love of God. Genuinely a Dark Souls moment, but apparently we have all had it wrong. It's always been a Capsule Monster moment. True. I mean, it's the Gavin on a character skill, like what? I mean, it's probably Pyro, right? It's got to be Pyro. What else would it be? Straight into another monster fight, bro. And it's Silverfang. Silverfang is a really annoying one because his attack range is really high. So he shouldn't do a crap ton of damage to Axe Raider either way, because again, Axe Raider's defense is quite nice. We're just going to try and keep Killer Needle out of the way of this one. Oh, Gavin, not Manabu. Right. Could be on Ice Suck. The Ari build. Ant Punch. Beast Fang. Ant Punch. Damn it, Ant. You had one job. Just punch this wolf in the face. Oh, he's crit me. Is he dead? No, he's not. What is he on? He's on 15. Holy shit. Alright. Just murder this thing. We have 2 attacks on it. Why is everything so sketch all of a sudden? I mean, it's basically just crits, right? It's just crits that are absolutely messing us up. Ah, another battle. Another battle. It's just basic insect. Okay, we should be able to bully basic insect without too much worry. Why does the Silverfang sprite in this game look like a Deathclaw? I don't know. It is very weird. Maybe it's just because we're used to seeing Silverfang in one pose, like just howling at the moon. There you go, nice quick fight. Capsule. HP. Hey, BT. Welcome. You've caught us playing Capsule Monsters. Ooh. Silver Fang and Killer Needle. This is actually kind of sketch. We're gonna have to use Big Insect here. Laser Cannon. Kappa Chow. That's not enough, my friend. We'll get in there with Ant Punch. That'll learn him. Ant Punch is unbeatable. It's too strong. No one can survive a punch from an ant. Moves over. We'll advance up. Because now wherever he moves we can hit him, but he does get a free hit on us. But we have the ant, right? The ant is undefeatable. The power of big... He hit us for 6. Like, that attack hit our other guy for like 30. The ant does not care. Ant punch. You must now be punched by ant. Oh, why did we miss? I mean, the trade-off, I guess, for having his ridiculously high defense is that his accuracy ain't great. Oh, but he is going to fumble and hurt himself. Hit him with Big Insect and Punch. That should be him dead. Right, we advance up. We've got another log.
A monster appeared.
Okay, it's another triple. I think we still send in Ant. He's going to be the safest. Because again, I'd really like to send in Killer Needle because I think it could clear out this fight quicker. But I don't really want to risk it. Killer Needle's had 2 close calls already. And don't forget, permadeath. Where you going, Killer Needle? $30 damage does kill basic insect. Get him with a swing with this. 90. I mean, it still does hit, thank God, because it's Lava Moth. If it was anything other than Lava Moth, that probably would not have gone as well. If I move him over, he can get attacked, or we just wait for him to come to us. If I move up, I think this is probably our best bet. We just let him attack us. He's always getting an attack on us either way. So now we attack with Axe Raider. And he might retreat. He's not. He's advancing forward. It's an interesting choice. So we'll just follow him and we'll kill the Killer Needle. Get some. Right, log. Roll the dice to determine where the log will drift to. Drift the log? Yes. We got a crit. I don't know if that's good or bad. It's right there. Okay. I think we just messed up. But we just have to live with our decisions. We might have just missed out on an item or something, which, like, kind of sucks, but it is what it is. It's the basic insect. I guess laser cannon. Right, we'll go here to get the field power bonus. And we'll hit with our poison sting again. Alright, we've got 3 different directions. Technically, we can go up here. What's here? Nothing. There's a log, which will make us come back here in a sec. So I'll go do that now. Monster appeared. Those 3 are huddling up in the corner. mean, we're not going to send our precious Hornet up there. Oh, he's healing. Okay. 28% heal. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Basic Insect comes down, uses Laser Cannon. Going to start hitting Axe Raider. We don't really care about that. Axe Raider's going to be fine. He's not quite Big Insect, but Axe Raider's pretty cool. Laser Cannon. Not 4 damage. Take that, Big Insect. Can he heal over the regular HP? I don't think so. I haven't actually checked. But I'm pretty sure he can't. Healing! Because it keeps saying restored. Yeah, it looks like he does not heal over. He does not overheal. He's just going to keep healing. Again and again and again. The issue is, I don't know if healing's actually very good, because you can only make 1 action every turn in this. So if he heals, he can't attack. So like, I would attack, he would heal it, I'd attack, he would heal it, and it'd just be in an endless loop. Yeah, he doesn't, that's good, because that makes the heal kind of worthless. Yeah, exactly. Let's give the log a lovely kick. See where it goes. And a monster attack. And I guess he's going to move the lava moth. He's not moving the lava moth. Okay. And punch. And a crit. We really do not need a crit on the lava moth, but okay, whatever. Laser cannon. I mean, that's fine. Kind of whatever. Move here, attack with this, and punch. Accuracy 83%, 73 means we land a hit, 26 damage. Not quite dead. Must be on like 2 life. Okay, he's moved into the perfect spot though. Please don't hit my Hornet, you jerk. So now I can attack both. Which kills him. Gonna do a decent chunk to him. And wherever he moves, I can catch up to him, so he is always dead next turn. Unless we roll a whiff, right? He rolled the 99. He might just kill himself. Yeah, he's totally killing himself. Perfect. Alright, so we've unlocked this route. I'm assuming it's going to be an item. Okay, so we've missed out on whatever those items are. But we're going to get into the defense capsule. I mean, we could just, like, give defense capsules to our ant. But I don't know if we're taking ant into the end game. So, like, we're kind of hoarding our capsules at the moment. Don't you run from me? Oh, he's coming. Chungo's coming. You can't stop him. I kind of just want to go here, because I can attack both of these at once, which I think is going to be more beneficial. Make it not the end game, but the ant game. In my ideal world, Lava Moth comes over. That's not coming over. You just get a boost. We should still be completely fine. Yeah, 6 damage. We don't care. Ant doesn't give a crap. And punch. Get him. Yeah. No matter where he goes, I can always hit him next turn. So unless we whiff, this is just going to be the end of the fight. Perfection. Get absolutely ant punched. Axe rate again to level 9? I don't think we need to be level 9. I mean, if Hornet could get another level, that would be sick.
Huh? Who are you? The Great Moth's evolution is still in 3rd stage. It's not in its final form. I mustn't let you pass. Okay. That's a lot of guys. But have you met Mr. Ant? Let's move here. See what he does. He's coming down. He's going to hit us with Beast Fangs. Which is kind of fine. I think we just start retaliating from here. So I can start moving something else in position, but then I can't attack him on this turn. And I think just getting rid of Silverfang means we almost certainly just win the fight, like on the spot. Talk shit, get hit. He's shooting his laser cannon. Oh, he almost got a crit. That's kind of spooky. Going for his heal, which is completely fine. He's put himself into my attack range. We can't attack Insect, but we can still attack Moth and Needle. And we're going to get a crit. I don't think... I mean, we probably needed the crit to kill the Needle, to be fair. Basic insect attacks with laser cannon. Could you please stop shooting laser cannons at me? And it's a fumble. Go on, kill yourself. In Capsule Monsters. Don't take that out of context. And then we'll attack with the Ant Punch once again, showing off who the real insect professional is. Killer Needle also gained a level. That's actually really good. Flowerman getting a level is also really nice. Our Ants doesn't got one yet. The Great Moth! Alright. I think we're just mothing now. So we'll drop a save. Because otherwise, if we wipe, we have to walk all the way back here again. And I would rather just reload than have everyone sit through that. You've reached the Great Moth's altar. The stolen monster is being offered as a sacrifice.
Okay. Hello? Oh yeah, that's actually my dinosaur. His sprite is there on the screen. With the power of the Great Moth, we will control the world. Foolish human. Face the judgment of the omnipotent Great Moth. Uh-oh. Oh baby, look at this cutscene on the GBC. Game Boy Color cutscenes. Now that's what we're talking about. Okay, he's killing the bandits.
What? Great Moth! Impossible! Gwa!
You mean cut image? No, don't worry about it. It's a cutscene. It's still a scene, it's just a still scene. Great Moth is attacking! Oh Christ, here we go. Reset formation, let's go. Alright, he's got 2 silver fangs with him. What the heck does this thing do? Level 3, still only 100. 100 is still a lot. Defense is 13, that's a lot better. Moth Tornado, he still only attacks in a straight line. Right, what is the best way to approach this? He's going to attack direct. If he wants to get an immediate attack in, he's going to move to the side and block Axe Raider. Axe Raider will then kind of be stuck, because Axe Raider can only attack to the side, which means every time I move up, I'll try and go to the side, and then he'll just follow me to the side. So I actually think it's better to get this guy into position. If I move it up, Silverfang could come down and start bullying me, and that's something I don't want. So I think we move it here. He might still attack us with the Great Moth. Okay, he is going to be attacking Axe Raider. Axe Raider should be able to tank this. That's a crit! Axe Raider, bro, I need you to just, like, suck it up. 8. Oh, Axe Raider, you absolute shad. He didn't attack! Alright, come on. Field power bonus. Poison sting. And a crit. 82 damage. He's got 100 health. He's only got 18 left. He's hitting with Moth Tornado. No, he doesn't get a crit. He does not get a crit. Axe Raider just does not care. Axe Raider's defense, he's not quite at big ant level, but he's getting there. Killer Needle, finish it off! 41 damage. So that was a Great Moth 3. So this was the 3rd out of 4 stages, I guess. So we got here in time to not have full power, but still pretty strong. Axe Raider is the GOAT. I mean, really, I think Big Insect is kind of the GOAT, but like, you know, Axe Raider is also the GOAT. Ant Punch! Get punched, Silverfang. Great Moth truly wasn't that great. Apparently so. I assume, because there were like lots of little circles around, I assume depending on where the log ended up, we would have had a different path that we could have taken to get here. And then maybe that would have changed it, or it might have been like how many encounters we had, or it might have been on an actual timer. But I don't think it would have been timer, because games weren't very good at tracking time back in the Game Boy Color era, right? That's why the Pokemon games had an internal battery that powered the clock in it, from like Gold and Silver and Crystal. And that's why Gold, Silver, and Crystal, the save data doesn't get saved, because the battery is always powering like the clock in it, so like it's running down the battery constantly. Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth wasn't really perfect either. I mean, it was just a big 3500 bungus, right? Someone has probably made a vid somewhere that explains how this works on YouTube. I mean, probably. We've been going in blind though, because it's like, it's more fun that way, I guess. I don't want to say this is like a Nuzlocke, but like it already has permadeath in it, so it's kind of got that kind of feel to it. Ant Punch. And it's a crit. You are so dead, Silverfang. Get out of here. You defeated the enemy monsters. Each monster gained 35 EXP. Big Insect gained a level. HP by 3, attack by 2. Defense by another 2. Big Insect is insane. We got back Megazowler. Although Megazowler is now underleveled, so good job, Megazowler, I guess. The bandits' resolve fizzled with the Great Moth's demise. Having lost their leader, the bandits dispersed. I should probably do it in Boo's voice.
You rescued your stolen monster, and so the adventure resumed his wandering journey.
We did it.
My poor insect. Great Moth is destroyed.
Now, remember the rules. I'll be taking back that Bakura doll.
You saved me. Thanks, Yugi.
I lost. Erg, this can't be true.
And let me be clear, the weakest little worm in this entire tournament is you, Weevil. Oh, fucking dissed, bro.
Why, you...
To think that you of all people fancy yourself as a champion. Ha ha! Now get out of this room, insect. Wow. Yuki just laying into him. Just get absolutely wrecked.
Yugi, I'll fight too.
You can now use the Bakura doll? What? I can't use the Joey doll. I don't, like, have it. Do I have it, like... How do I use Bakura doll? Oh, I suppose we'll save the game either way. Maybe there's just still parts of this game that I just fundamentally do not understand. We also never got another evolution capsule. We're kind of hoping we get another one at some point. And now we're in a new floor. Alright, this is probably a good place to call it, because we are a little bit over our usual time anyway. So we'll go ahead and save this. I've still been really enjoying this. Obviously, this is a little bit of a change of pace from just spamming KC Cup. But we did have some fun playing in the KC Cup earlier as well. That's always a good thing. But this is where we're going to end this for today, I do think. But once again, thank you everyone for hanging out. It's been a good time. I wonder if there's anyone to raid. Is there anyone that we can raid? Quantum Cubes is actually streaming. We are totally raiding Quantum Cubes. Everyone already knows Quantum Cubes. He's the world champion. He's everyone's favorite Duel Link streamer. We'll go ahead and throw a raid into him. But we will be back again on Tuesday. We'll be back on Tuesday. We'll probably be talking about like ban list predictions, assuming there's no ban list yet by then. That's the plan. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.